What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 111. I'm Sean. I'm joined with Chris and Brandon, as always.
What's up, guys? This week's Omni4Game recap. We'll go over locals and one regional. We then look at the weekly reveals. And then we guys hit your guys' comment questions. If you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you next time. I'm not redoing it.
Okay, good. No one asked you to. All right. First topic. Ben and I went to another store regional this past Sunday, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Sunday. It was about a 4-hour trek. The store ended up only having 10 people actually show up to participate. There were like 16 or 18 people signed up, I think, and the store owner even said one person like registered and paid and just didn't show up. So basically it was just like a locals. I took Silphy.
I thought you guys had 18.
I
guess I misunderstood your message that 18 signed up.
Yeah. 18 people were signed up before the tournament started, and I was like, damn, dude, that's right above the threshold to have 5 rounds. Like, we're going to be here for 5 rounds, but only get 1 invite. That sucks. Thankfully, 8 of those people didn't show up. So basically, it was a glorified locals. I took Silphymon, played very poorly, and ended up going 1-2. And Ben took Mastamon. He played Red Hybrid round 1, and he won that 2-0. He said, I believe he got to 0 security both games at one point. Round 2, he played against the guy that I misplayed into and punted. That guy was playing Beals, which is a deck that Ben is very familiar with. He 2-0'd that guy, and also explained how some of his card interactions work, because the guy wasn't super familiar with how like same timing effects happen and stuff. And then round 3, he played against a Jesmon player that was also playing like the Genku X's and stuff, but it was like the new Jesmons as well. Mm-hmm. And he won that 2-0 as well. So we went 6-0 and got his Nationals invite. So congratulations to Ben. Unfortunately, the Mastamon deck profile of his is not going to be on the channel. I asked Ben if he wanted to do it, and he was like, I would rather save it for Nationals.
So yeah, sucks to be you guys. You can't have it.
Yeah, I know what his list is, but I can't share it publicly.
Guess what, guys? He's playing Mirai's, Lady Devimons, Angelmons, and Moslimons. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. Some combination of those cards, yes. Having been testing with Ben for the past like month or so, as I was trying to figure out like my Silphy list and stuff, I can tell you I absolutely hate playing against that deck. I think I would prefer playing against Hoodie over playing against that deck. If he starts out strong, it's really bad for you. The Tamer interaction of the Promo Master is really disruptive and annoying, and he's also playing just Floodgate rookies that are just... Them on top of the Mastamons is what makes them annoying. If it was just the rookie, it would be fine.
Yep. I know all about that.
Yep. But congrats to Ben. So he will be going to Vegas. I will be too, but as far as right now, I do not have an invite, but hopefully we get one between now and then. All right. Locals recap. So
I'll be going first.
Okay.
Congrats to Ben. He was so overconfident. He told Sean that he could win a locals with Ravamon.
He actually he told that to Will.
He told that to Will?
The previous Friday, because Will was like sad that he wasn't winning with his Hoodiemon deck, and Ben was like, "You can win with anything," meaning at the local level.
Yeah.
And I think Will was like, "Nah." Ben was like, "I'll show you, and I'll build Ravamon."
Ben proceeded to go X2, and he only got his win because he got the 3rd round bye.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Tiger Vespamon this week, or Bees. Round 1 I played Eaters. they are a little too slow and allow me to set up. So I'm just kind of able to OTK them with like Zubagon punches and stuff like that. So even if they block and whatnot, like most of the time I'll have so many face-up cards that it just doesn't matter. Round 2, I played against Sean, who's playing Silphy. Turns out I was misplaying pretty hard.
Cheating, I believe,
Some
is the.
some would say cheating.
I believe
Cheating,
it's just
yes.
cheating.
It was cheating. I had used the Cannon
Level
Beamon's
5.
Inheritable Protection like multiple times, and it's a once per turn effect. And what happened was in round 1 against Todd, I had the what is the level 4? What are the level 4s called? There's Vespa, and then what's the other one?
I have no idea.
Forge or something like that. I can't remember. That one has a protection effect while it's face up on the field. You can use it's pretty much like the same as the level 5 inheritable, except for instead of your card leaving, you can put that one face up in security.
Yeah.
I somehow mixed that up with the level 5 inheritable. Anyways, Sean still ends up winning it 2-0 anyways. It's pretty hard to get through like Magnet.
It's not until game 2 where I look over and I was like, how did you protect him a second time?
It was like the third or fourth time that turn that he was protecting his ace. I was like,
yeah, so
blow him up.
blow him up. That would have been.
He just kept flipping his cards face down.
That would have been like way better of an effect if it wasn't just once per turn. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, once Brandon said that, I was like, oh, that sucks.
I was like, they didn't make that card that good.
It's like, that's way worse. No wonder bees suck.
Yeah,
exactly. So
I thought bees were good. Like, come on.
They're okay. They're like a tier 2 deck. Anyways, yeah, he ends up getting that 2-0. It's kind of hard to play through like Magna X while he's also giving my stuff like premium DP neg. So I'm never really like big enough to do anything. And then round 3, Ben was walking around watching all the other games because he would, he was winless with Ravenmon.
Nothing better to do.
And I'm playing against Will, who's playing Huddy. Well, Will has decided to try the mid-range version, and in game 1, I had established Tiger Vesp, and Will was promoting a Tentomon. Tentomon reduces the evolution cost by 1, but it is not a mandatory effect.
No, that's so. I believe that is mandatory. The choice of Evo cost. Yeah, that is optional.
Oh. Right. So Will evoed into Huddy for 4. And putting him to 0 memory, which is legal. And Ben said, why didn't you evo for 3? And Will goes, oh, you're right. And then moves the memory marker to 1. Now, of course, I could shark him here and be like, no, can't do that.
You already did. You already drew your card.
Yeah. But I'm a nice guy, whatever. And I look at Ben and I said, what the hell are we doing here, Ben? What are we doing? And Will then ends up passing the turn to me to 3 because I had Congoed him. That's right.
Yeah.
I'd Congoed him, so he couldn't attack me, and he still went into Huddy because he's like, oh, I can still get through this. He couldn't.
What?
He couldn't. I don't know what he was thinking.
I can play through that.
Yeah. And then he gave me 3 memory. If he would have evoed for the 4 he would have given me 4 memory. And on my turn, I would have killed him. I would have lethal him through all of his security because I had both Zubagon punches in my hand. So I had been swinging for a lot of checks. I was 1 face-up card away from actually being able to lethal him without activating the second Zubagon punch. So then I yelled at Ben. I said, Ben, and another thing is, Ben had seen what was in my hand and walked away because he realized what had happened. And I also realized it, and I said, well, thanks, Ben. And then I lost on the following turn, and then he rolled me game 2. So I lost to Huddy 0-2 in round 3. So thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
You get your nationals invited, now you want to just go around ruin everyone else's games.
So I'll go
I hope Ben sees this in comments. He's like, oh, me too.
He'll most likely see it.
I will go next. Again, still playing Hoodie. Not happy with any Omni decks I've been toiling away with, so...
Whatever, coward.
I'll probably try mid-range this week.
Hoodie? Mid-range Hoodie?
Yeah.
This
unless
guy,
I
dude.
can make a list of Omni I'm happy with.
Gets
Do you
a
even
kiss.
have the Ryujis? Well, I guess you don't have to play those, do you?
Oh, I'm not playing the option cards. F off.
Yeah, you could play mid-range
Oh.
with the option cards, and you don't even have to play that tamer
Yeah,
if you're
just,
playing options.
Yeah, it's just Erica and Wormmon, basically.
I like some of those option cards. They're not like the best, but like at least they're security bombs.
Yeah,
They take up space, dog.
for real. Listen, I like
Fair.
them too. I have been on the train of these are actually okay, but like I'm not gonna use them. Yeah. So anyway, round one I played against Will with his mid-range Hoodie deck, because I don't think he had any number of Ericas in it.
He had one in it Friday.
Yeah, just one. I think that's all he had at the time. So both games, I kind of just let him chunk me for security because I didn't care because I knew he couldn't OTK me. Because every time he went into Hoodie, it was on top of the Hoodie level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't loop like that, so I knew I was always safe. So basically I just gave myself enough time to just completely and utterly wipe him out. Like, I went into a Hoodie like prematurely just out and answer his board, and then he hoodied me back to answer mine. But with all of my tech cards, I was able to play a rookie for one with Yugo, and then use like I think it was either win rate or HPD to keep turn going to Hoodie, and then just OTK him from there. And then game 2, I just like promoted super early and just killed him like super fast. Round 2, I played against Grayson, who's playing 2024 Bunnies still. 2-0, I don't think I need to explain that.
Mm-mm.
Then round 3, I played against Sean, playing his Silphy Magna.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1, I didn't see Hoodie until like 5 or 6 turns in. By then, Sean had already, and this is not a joke, hard evo'd up into his entire stack and then a second stack.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he never DNA'd. He hard evo'd into both Silphys and a Magna. So that's how bad I was. Like, I was desperate for a Hoodie. This man's over here not even playing the game properly. No way to DNA.
Yeah,
I'm just
actually,
like,
I went back to
Guess I'll look
1.5
for
format.
Hoodie.
My hand was all Digimon, and I was like, all right, you just Evo up into 5 and raising, promote Evo into Magna.
I was gonna say, Brandon, if anything, that is the exact basis of Digimon. He's just evoing up a line.
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're in 2025.
I didn't do anything cool.
Yeah, he
You're
didn't
right.
do
I
anything
never
unfair.
I never saw a tamer the entirety of that game.
So then game
He played too fair, damn it. He played too
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. So game 2, I needed a shack. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna promote now because he looks like he's about ready to set up a Magna. I'm gonna promote now, and I'm gonna try to do the loop because you draw a bunch of cards when you're doing your loop. I did not see shack, so I could not keep going. So I only checked 2 security, and of course one of those securities was a second dual tamer for him to have. Thanks, Bandai. And then on, I think it was either the following turn or maybe the turn after, he hit me with Revelations, and I was like, that sucks. But I can play through that. I have a Keyscape set up. Of course, I promote, I do my shenanigans, I swing for the first check. It's a second Revelations. The game is over on the spot.
No, you.
Because Sean knew there was a second one in there.
I had 2 security, or maybe it was 3. I activated Revelations. I think I played out a body, and then I recovered the first Revelations and saw that a second one was in there. And I was like, he is never going to win this game. Because I already had a Magnex on the field at that point.
And I had 0 security.
Yeah, I deliberately swung out, clearing your security and leave my Magnex suspended to encourage you to swing at me. Because I was like, this is just going to clear his board, and he has no way to protect himself, and I just kill him on my turn.
Yep. So, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, dude, fun fact, if you ever get 2 of these in security, Hoodie can't win. They cannot play through 2 of these.
They can't hurt you.
Yeah, they can't hurt you. They can have a million Kisuke's up their butthole, but they cannot play through this card. If there's two of them.
If you are like Sean and need professional help to go against Hoodie, play Revelations.
Yeah, it's a good card, dude. Once I tested it, I was like, yeah, it sucks that it like doesn't do anything besides potentially play a body, but the safety blanket of just having it in there and the sack factor too is massive. I really enjoyed it. So I played Silphy on Tuesday. Round 1 I played against Ben, coping with Ravamon. He made the realization out loud game 1. He's like, oh, this deck can't play through a wall. Like when I went to the first mag next, he was like, I think I lose now. And I was like, I hope so. I ended up winning game 1 because he can't play through a Magna X. Game 2, never saw a Magna X. Like I had plenty of stuff to like go into my Silphys and everything, but like I was like, I can't go into level 6. I can't protect myself. And so he just eventually killed me. Game 3, he was trying to rush me down, and he played a level 4 blocker and 2 rookies, and he had another rookie coming out of raising. And he established the blocker, I'm assuming, to either get my Magna X to not be able to trigger its effect, or force me to trigger my Nyaromon to reduce my security even further. So I already had a Magna X on the field. I swung, and because I knew he could just block and I wouldn't have protection on his turn, I was like, I'm forcing Nyaromon here. I have not seen my security at this point. Trash my top security to gain a memory. It's Revelation. It completely wipes his board. And he just loses from there. So yeah, that was a real fun. He was like, yeah, I knew that was a possibility, because like he knew that I'd put Revelations in and was testing it. But like I had to do that, and I was like, yeah. So RNGesus was favorable for me. And then round 2 played against Chris. Yeah, he went into the ace, and when that inheritable effect is not once per turn, it's actually pretty nasty and hard to remove, even if you have like a bunch of DP minus and stuff. Because
I remember game 1. If I'd have gone into Tiger, if I would have seen Tiger instead of Queen Beemon, you would have just killed me. I would have just killed you, but I saw Queen Bee instead of Tiger.
Yeah, you went into Queen Bee and like chunked me, I think, and then I think I killed it on my turn.
Yes.
So I won game 1, and then game 2, you had an ace on the field, and I think it was suspended, and I didn't have enough DP to completely minus it down, so I had to try to pop it and then try to run it over multiple times. And after like the 3rd or 4th card that you flipped face down at your security, Brandon looked over and he's like, how are you doing that? And then you picked up and read your card, and you're like, oh, it's once per turn, and you scooped. So he should have been dead like 3 actions ago. Oops. So I ended up winning that. And then round 3 played against Brandon. I had forgotten about the just raw evoing up into a Magna game 1. So I evoed all the way up into a 5 in raising, promoted evo into a Magna, and then built another 5 stack in my raising area, and then promoted that, and then I eventually just killed him with that. And then game 2, like you said, I established a Magna X relatively quickly, and then I revelationed at one point, saw that there was a second revelation in my security, and I was like, he can't play through 2, I'm just going to run him down, and when he tries to combo kill me, he's just going to lose. If the second one hadn't been in there, he would have killed me. Fun fact, he had like 4 more swings in his hand at least.
Yep. I had all of my level 5s in hand.
Yeah.
Except for, I didn't have 2 Pyldras, but I had 1, so...
Yeah, you wouldn't have had barrier, but the other cards in my security, well, I guess, I mean, if it wasn't going to be Revelation, it would have had to been a Digimon or possibly a Tamer that you would have survived through. But
yeah, and I did have the Kisuke, so bare minimum was 14.
I'm saying just one Revelation, like the one that we're aware of.
Oh yeah. Well, I was trying to swing in such a manner to where the shack would have been the one hitting the security, because I had all of them, so I could just keep swinging with him, and then he would play out the hoodie, and then I could just keep going from there.
Yeah, on your
first, never swinging with hoodie.
Yeah, on your first poke, I triggered my Magna X, and then you had another shack, and you swung for 3K, and I was like, I knew one of my last two cards was Rev.
The Revelation.
So I was like, I need to let this go through because he either checks it right here and it just ends the game, or he already taunted me, and on my swing, I trash the last card, which has to be Rev, and then it just wipes his board, and I win anyway. So I was like, either way I win here, I just need to let the check go through, and it was Rev, and it was just like, game over.
Yep.
We take those. So coming in first with Silphy. On to TBS.
Yeah, so how'd your TBS go?
Did you just want to keep going, Sean?
Yeah, I guess I'm going first, huh?
Yeah, I guess you are.
So, I was under the impression that I was most likely coping with Silphy, but honestly, it might be like my best deck for this format, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Oh no, I get to play Magna X more. Oh, this is the worst.
I don't do it. I mean, I do enjoy playing Magna X, but I do it out of necessity, dog.
I don't believe you. You can play any deck, but you're just like, my precious. You're just holding his, like, alt-art Magna X's in his hand.
I think it's nice to have a defensive piece if you don't have a deck that can just kill your opponent. I think you need to do one or the other really well, and he's, like, the best defensive piece besides just, like, infinite recovery and removal options. And Mother Shoto, which is no longer a thing.
Need it.
Yeah, we do. Bring it back, Bandai. We need it. So round one played against... I was playing Gallon X OTK. Round one played against Chris. And game one, he kind of high-rolled me both games that we played in the tournament. And he stuck a Belfie sleep mode that was immune on like his third turn both games, I think, roughly.
I just hard played Ostamon, giving him like six memory sometimes or more, and I was just like, all right, deal with this, or you know.
Yeah. Game one, if I remember that Belfie X was a card, I actually would have dealt with his sleep mode, because I have Omni X in my deck and I can just raid over end of turn once I force. Well, the first game one, it was the one that suspends stuff, so I could have just killed it because you wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. But I forgot Belfie X was a card, and I was like, I have enough security, and he doesn't have a second body to where he can't kill me. He can just clear my security on his turn. So I was like, I just need to
spend a turn and set up.
No, I tried to clear some of his security and then minus his DP with Gallon X just to make his swings a little more unsafe. But I actually had the... Yeah, it didn't go well. But if I had remembered the Belfie X was a card, and I was like, oh, if he has Belfie X in his hand and he survives the checks, I just lose. So, like, I just need to go into Omni X here and raid over it. I would have given him, like, 6 memory. Or actually, it was the only thing on the field, I think. So I would have gained, like, 3 memory back, probably. So I would have given you, like, 3 memory and had an Omni X on the field you would have had to deal with, but didn't do that. He cleared my security, and then he Belfie X'd, which passed turn, and was able to delete my Gallon X, which I was sad about. And then it just killed me anyway, so it didn't matter. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a card. Oops. It's been a while since I played against this deck. Didn't realize you could kill me there. And then game 2, I was missing Omni X, I believe. I was looking for it, and I was missing it to try to get rid of your sleep mode that you established again. And I just didn't find it, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll just lose here. I minused you by 8,000 DP premium, and you had to get through 4 security, 3 of which off of your Fortitude Rage mode, and you checked 3 Cool Boys in a row with your, like, 9,000 DP Rage mode. Or was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like 9K, yeah. And I was like, he dies to several cards in my deck, but it was
Here's none of them.
Cool Boy, Cool Boy, Cool Boy. And it was so brutal because I kept having to trigger the on play and just delay the inevitable, and I was like, I just lose here because he has.
Because I also had I had a Punkmon on the field for the final.
I was like, he's gonna swing the final check and then just kill me with rage mode. And
what was the final check?
The final check was an Omni X, which would have killed the rage mode. Very sad about the order of those checks. It couldn't have been the first check. Or just been in my hand so I could kill your sleep mode on the previous turn, whatever. See, I just lost there. And then round 2, played against Caleb's version of Fish. It's like decode.deck. It's like that. Yeah, Liberator Fishes. The deck spams dudes all over the place. But Gallon X, if it's not going to kill you, it will like break your board and like delete most things, if not everything. If he didn't have decode on like 3 dudes, I would have cleared his board whenever I promoted each game, but because he did, it actually made it kind of hard, and I could clear like everybody but like 1 most of the time. Then I had a Gallon X that he couldn't bounce or bot deck, and he would struggle to answer anyway. And then Omni X is also really good versus that. I ended up doing that, killing him. Game 2, same thing. He promoted, spammed the board. I promoted, cleared almost everybody, but not quite everybody because decode. And on his turn, he actually almost killed me. I didn't realize he was capable of doing this, but like with the warp card and the emblem, like those Liberator decks just can go up another 7 super easily if they have like an emblem or 2 set up and like a tamer or 2. And I thought he was just going to pass turn going into his 7, but then he started gaining memory back on the swing. But fortunately for me, he checked an X antibody and it gave me 1 extra memory and it pulled turn. He pulled the memory back to 1 on my side and it was my turn. And I believe I just killed him on my turn. Because I had a Gallon X on the field that he couldn't answer, and then I just Omni X'd him. So won that 2-0. But that wasn't very easy considering how bad I would expect that deck to be. But I guess all those emblems and stuff just make those decks really good. Then round 3, played against Williams mid-range hoodie. That is when my deck decided to not work at all. It took me forever. I don't even believe I drew a level 4 versus him game 1. And he just comboed me. Game 2 saw my stuff, surprisingly, and OTK'd him. The Gallant X trash off of his top security when I was just OTKing him was his only option card in security. It was the DEVO option. I trashed that and then cleared the rest of his security and killed him with Omni X. And then game 3, bricked again, was missing pieces, and basically just slowly watched him kill me. And then ended up coming in whatever place is 1-3.
What do you mean 1-2?
1-2, sorry. It felt like 1-3.
Well, it's because you kept playing Ben afterwards, and he just was looping you.
Oh yeah, he's like, "You want to play against this?" Because he built that Dark Animal Mastamon deck or whatever.
I'm calling it Animaste. Dark Animaste.
Okay.
No, because K is involved.
I was like, sure. You know, I've never seen it play before because I don't really watch gameplay videos. But what he meant when he asked me if I wanted to play against it,
despite me sending it to you guys, look at this. This is crazy.
I just don't like watching gameplay videos. It's just not the kind of content I consume. What he meant when he asked me if I wanted to play against it was, hey, do you want to watch me masturbate while you just sit there?
Yes.
Because that's what happened. Like, unlike his second or third turn, both games, his turns never ended. And I was like, am I dead? And he's like, I don't think so. And then he like did more stuff and he's like, nah, you're dead. And I was like, okay, cool.
what's crazy is because I was watching at this point, and I see his hand, and I'm like, what do you mean he's not dead? You literally have everything in your hand in trash ready to loop him right here. I was like, what do you mean you're not sure if he's dead? I was like, Sean is dead here.
Yeah. So it made me rethink it. I really didn't want to put Crimson Blazes in Gallon X OTK, but I believe I'm going to be forced to play 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it just makes sense for this meta. A
Yeah.
lot of decks be playing bodies.
I've already figured out the cuts I had to make for him, but I fit 2 in there for future.
Remember when we saw BT23 Finraluga doing shenanigans, and we were like, man, this deck can play 4 bodies for free? This deck is disgusting. And then it's just like 2025 hoodie format. It's like, hold my beer.
Well, it's not even that. Like, almost any deck that's viable, if it's not a single stack deck, is spitting out like 3 or 4 dudes. Yeah.
Brandon has his own little funny. Brandon has his own little funny Ben story afterwards when he gets to his. So I'll go next. I ended up bubbling in 3rd because Sean did terrible, ruined my tiebreakers. This guy. Round one, like he said, I was playing Belfie. I think the reason why he probably didn't realize I could kill him is, one, like he said, he forgot Belfie X was a card, and he was at 4 security. And new rage mode only is doing 3, but that game I had tucked old rage mode, which was can unsuspend once by deleting one of my Digimon, so that did end up coming up.
I knew you could clear my security. You would have to hard play, because I gave you as little memory as possible, so you'd have to play like the Gizmon that trashes your Tama. But I was like, he can clear my security, but he can't kill me, and then I should be able to kill him on my turn, maybe. And then you even into Belfie X, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that card.
Yeah.
And it's over.
And I'm dead.
And then
I picked it up and read it. I was like, I know it's over, but let me just read this guy again.
It just doesn't swing.
Yeah, there's a possibility that I misremembered this card can attack end of turn.
And then just both games, I just slapped down Ostamon like really early, and I was just like, "Hey, you got to deal with the." And it evolved into the Belfie with the Rage. I was like, "Hey, you got to deal with this, or it's over." And game 2, same thing happened. And then round 2, I played against Josh, who was playing Fishes. He did end up coming in first. He went undefeated. He just likes to randomly show up sometimes with Fish and be like, "Hey, I'm the winner now." Both of our decks are just like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you or I'm not." Like, that's just how it is. Game 1, yeah, game 1, I took a little bit to actually see my pieces. You know, I'm drawing and I'm discarding cards. I'm setting up. And he just promoted, and he was like, "Yo, but what if you were dead?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
You consider security is gone?
Yeah, I was like a turn away from killing him, and I guess he just got to it 1 turn sooner than I did. Game 2, I saw the good sleep mode, the one that like negates attacks, which is pretty useful against him. I can just negate his attack, and then he's just like, "Well, I can't suspend now. You know, I can't do anything now." And then game 3, he stunned my sleep mode with Metal or Mega Citramon X, which prevented me from killing him for a turn, allowing him to have 1 more turn. And he needed to see a certain card, I think, to actually be able to lethal me through my sleep mode. And he did end up drawing it while doing his shenanigans. His fish combo stuff. I don't know if he's changed his deck list at all since the one you've uploaded, Sean.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Maybe
Also,
slightly, but
pretty similar.
I remember what happened also game 1. While I was setting up, I was like poking his security. I hit Ice Wall and it passed my turn. And I wasn't able to go into Belfie mode because of that. Or sleep mode because of that. And yeah, so that's the turn I ended up losing.
Yeah,
and then round 3, I was playing against Todd, who was also playing Animasty, as Brandon called it. I just like to call it K because that card's not going to see me play in any other deck.
Yeah.
So he never really got to the looping part. Whether it was like him not seeing the appropriate pieces in time, In game 1, he did. It took me so long to get going that he was just able to establish like a bunch of bodies, and it was like way too late for me to it took me just too long to establish sleep mode. And then games 2 and 3, or in game 2, I just killed him really quick with rage mode. Just chunked him for a bunch of damage, and then Belfie X'd him. And then game 3, he kept a hand. He said it was really greedy. Even Ben looked at it, and Ben like was laughing, and he's just like, "Hey, like if he just sees a level 3, he's good." I guess he had like the whole line in his hand and a training card, so he's like, "Okay, it's greedy to keep this, but I'm going to." I think he was going first, so he hatched. And he activated the training. Did not see a level 3, but saw another training. So I'm like, okay, he's in like a tough spot here. So I hatched, started doing my stuff, and I'm like cycling, getting my pieces ready. He drew for turn, still no level 3. He played another training, passing turn, still no level 3. And it was just like, at that point, I'm like, okay, I should be good here. I started promoting and just poking at his security, and I just ended up killing him. It also helps that rage mode like suspends all level 5s, and then I'm just deleting some of them. So yeah, I ended up getting that one 2-1 and finishing in 3rd. Thanks, Sean.
You're very welcome, dude. It's the least I can do.
I'm sure the amount of times I've also hurt your tiebreakers.
Yes. You know, both games, I was like, I could have potentially killed you. I think game 1, I think both games I was like maybe 1 memory away from killing you. Just killing you while you had the sleep mode on the field.
Like that.
Yeah.
So yep, I'm going last. I got second. Round 1, I played against Caleb, playing his lib fishes. I just killed him 2-0. It was over in like 5-10 minutes. Sean is like deck scary, and then I'm like, my deck's scarier.
I didn't say it was scary. I just expected to be able to roll him a lot easier than I did. So I'm like, you invested all these resources. I cleared basically everybody, and you're just doing it again the next turn. Like, cut it out.
Yeah. Can't decode when you get
quit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that 2-0. Next round, I played against Ben, playing K, Dark, and Mass Day. I got that 2-0. The match was over in 5-6 minutes. Literally, I think game 2, I promoted with the... No, it was game 1. Game 1. I promoted with only like 2 or 3 memory. Because Ben was like, you know, you don't have the memory to like set up. You don't have anything to like boost or anything like that. You can't lethal me this turn.
You can't
and
hoodie
spent
me.
another turn. Yeah, spent another turn setting up. And I was just like, anyway, win rate and you're dead. And he goes, I didn't know you could just lethal me from that. And it's like, yeah. So then game 2, basically I had it set up to where no matter what I could hoodie, I had like my boost and my stuff set up, so I was gonna have the memory no matter what. So nothing he did could prevent me from doing it. And I started the turn with 3 shacks in hand. So I had the shacks to kill. I just needed to see more level 4s. And as I went through the turn, I saw all the level 4s I needed, and I just killed them. So it was over in like 3 turns each game. And basically Ben was like, hey, you want to keep playing? Since the round was over like super quick. I was like, yeah, we can go again. So then like that 3rd game, I killed him pretty quick again. And I was like, so like, what's the loop of this deck? Like, what are you trying to do here? I want to see it in action.
What's the point of this?
Well, he goes, because I was asking him just to show it to me. And he goes, you'll see it in the game. And I'm like,
will I?
We will.
Ben, I've killed you like by turn 3 every time. I'm not seeing it here.
I think we end up playing 5 games, and one of those 5 games he was able to take off of me because I just didn't see my combo. I think that was it. And so I gotta see it. I gotta see it work, and it was, yeah, it's a loop. It seems like it's pretty good. Just gaining the memory back, playing the bodies out, giving rush.
Seems pretty dumb. They should probably stop printing cards that say, do this thing for free.
Well, I also DNAing because then he regains all those inheritables. I knew both Todd and Ben were both bringing this deck because Todd last week asked me if I had any of the BT17 Cerberus modes, and Ben had also asked in the Discord if we had any of the BT17 Cerberus cards. Yeah, and I was like, we didn't get any of that set. I can check. And I knew both of them were playing it. I teched in Gazimons into my deck just in case, because like they can kill it, but that first stack you're not gaining any memory.
Yep.
Like you can kill this.
It's gonna attempt to get memory.
But you're not getting any of this for the free memory off this one. And I did have to help Todd with 2 rulings last night. He tried to do what I tried to do and activate X antibody. He goes for nothing, and I was like, well, actually,
not pro.
Can't do that.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, you can't.
You can legally activate it. It'll just go to the trash if you don't evo.
That's what I said. I was like, you can activate that, but it will just go to trash. She's like, what? No. And he like picks up and reads it, and he's like, I'm pretty sure it says if. And he's like, oh my god, it does say if. So there's that one.
I've done that before. Full power Mirage format. Just activated it. Just get cards out of my hand.
That's fine.
And then he tried to. He had his first Cerberus stack. I had a Gazimon on the field, and he did his like trash, and then he was like, all right, gain memory, draw, blah blah blah, and I'm like, you don't gain any of that memory. And he's like, what? Why? And I was like, well, Gazimon prevents you from gaining memory. He's like, oh, okay. So he like put the memory marker back. Then he continues playing a couple cards, and then he gets to a point where he can kill it. He kills it, and then he's like, okay. And then he trashed another card when he's like, okay, now I'll activate these memory gains off of this again. I said, no.
Mandatory.
He said, I was like, no, those already activated. He goes, no, I didn't gain the memory because of that card. Now he's dead. I can gain it. Now I was like, no, they activated. You just didn't gain the memory off of it. It's like they don't reactivate.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since they're all once per turn. They're all hard once per turns.
Yes.
So I had to help him with that.
Hard returns.
Right.
Anyway, so then round 3, I played against Josh, playing the good fishies, and he killed me 0-2. So game 1, I just needed Shaq. If I would have seen, I think, one Shaq, I think I would have just killed him. Also, in both games, his security was actually like kind of stacked against me, because he has a level 7 in there that is 15k DP. So even if I have 1 Keyskate, I'm not bigger than it. And I, for some reason, was just struggling to see barrier in this matchup. I also hit Ice Wall out of security, which put me to 0, which actually sucked. Because if I would have... Because I like Blinding Raid to go to 2. So I was like, I don't want my turn pass. You know, I'm just going to try to prevent the Ice Wall from stealing turn if I see it. I hit the Ice Wall. It puts me back to 0. But then I'm looking at my hand, and I'm like, now I have to give him 3 memory. So I misplayed by playing the Blinding Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the 1 of Ice Wall was in fact in there. Because like I had a 3-cost card in my hand. So I was like, aha, I can Blinding Ray choke him to 1. But also I can keep turn if Ice Wall's in there. Of course Ice Wall's in there. And now I have to give him 3. And it's like... Oh, you have a memory boost and 2 training set up? Guess I'll die.
Mm-hmm. It made it that much easier for him.
Yeah. Like, game 1 was a massive grind. But he does end up eking it out at the very end. And then, game 2, Josh sat down, and the first thing he says is, oh, I brought my counter to Hoodie. I was like, oh yeah, what are you playing? He goes, brick. Like, he literally put his hands up and went, brick. And then game 2, I hard bricked, and he just killed me.
Dude,
So Josh,
he never cuts people's decks, and he just taps. And I brick so often versus him when he does that.
He is the only player at our locals that taps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's the only one. He refuses to cut. In my match against him, I lost game 1. I shuffle. I always present my deck. I know he's going to tap it, but it's still just like a formality. I shuffle my deck. This is for game 2. He beats me game 1. I shuffle my deck, present it to him. He accidentally cuts it, and that's the game I went off of him. And my opening hand was so good. I was like, yes. And then he taps my deck game 3, and I lose. So he's just got the magic. He's got the magic touch.
It's the tap
He's got
of
the
death,
magic
dude.
touch.
The singular finger tap.
So,
it's like I'm not
yeah,
gonna
like
pull a
game
game
3
anyway.
Not game 3. Game 2 was so bad for me. I saw Yugos, Mirai's, Karemis. I was playing them. Never saw a rookie in the entire game. I think I drew one, or maybe I searched one. Literally, like the turn he was presenting lethal, and I couldn't do anything about it. It was so bad.
So
Yeah, I got tap of death and ended up in second. So, and then as we're leaving, Josh goes, "All right, see you guys in like a month," because he's gonna disappear again, and then he'll show back up, randomly win with like Gamamon or something, and then disappear again.
Yep. Yeah, he said it's gonna be a while because he's gonna go on vacation or something for the holidays.
and he's going back to Orlando.
Yeah.
Means we can't get our salty runbacks for his seawater shenanigans.
All right. Weekly reveals. Continuing with this starter deck or advanced deck. Sorry.
It might as well be a starter deck. Let's be real.
Yeah. Renamon.
I've not heard good things about these that we're about to see.
When moving / on play, by trashing one card in your hand, you may return one option card with whatever the hell or plug-in trait from your trash to the hand. Inheritable is Barrier.
I will say I'm glad they're gonna print hopefully this when moving as an actual thing instead of like putting all the text on the card saying like when this card comes out of the raising area or whatever I mean whatever I mean, but yeah, I guess start printing this more often.
It's just a worse version of Start of Main.
I would say it's better. Well, I can see why you would say it's worse.
Yeah, if you stick it on the board and it stays.
Yeah, but not all the.
You're only ever getting the effect once.
I mean that's
well,
fine.
no, but hold on, but like for example, Sean, because of the way it works, if you ruin moded me, and I move this up, I still wouldn't get the effect.
That is correct.
Okay, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it still dies no matter what.
You would not be able to trigger your effect before the game is like, hey, how much DP do you have? Oh, 0? Yeah. Get the hell off the field.
I'm trying to think of a time that maybe it would be better than starter main, but
I mean
the only way you can get it twice is by Louieing a second one out.
Which is just a second one in the first place. I have an example for you where it's, I mean, I don't even call it better, but it's a situation where you would get it when you otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah.
Your opponent has 2 Digimon Emperors on the field.
Okay.
You promote this guy. You would get the when moving effect before Digimon Emperor was like, hey, it's my turn now.
Right.
Where starter mains, you would miss.
Cool, I guess.
Yeah. The On My Joy and the plug-in trait make it to where you can't use this with any of the previous cards that Skumon players played. So,
correct.
Cool. Inheritable's good, but
yeah, more barrier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it gonna matter? They're probably. Well, I mean, I guess it matters if you like get blocked. I was gonna say we're about to get jamming, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I would say it's the best inheritable to have, like generically as a yellow card is probably Barrier.
I mean, especially as a level 3 inheritable, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have High Speed Plug-in H. 3 cost option security. Until your turn ends, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend and add this card to the hand. Main, you may link this card to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until their turn ends. Link with a level 3 or higher for 2. And then DP is 2000 and it gives jamming.
Yeah, they made sure these plug-in cards could not be used with Mother. They made sure.
Yes, very sad about the fact that they thought of this and didn't just allow you to tuck it under any Digimon, because then we could just give Mommy Blocker with just having the blocking one, but...
Yep. They hate us.
They hate us, dude. It's a defensive deck. Dude, it's not like I'm killing you on turn 3. Just let me protect myself. Let me feel safe.
Let me put my Candom on.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a a reworked original high-speed plugin.
I still think the old one's better because it gives you unblockable.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on the format. If Mother Control were still legal, for example, the other one would be better. However, blockers aren't really a thing right now, so I don't really know if that's super necessary.
Well, I'm just saying, if they would have like power crept it up to the speed of what we're getting, it should have been can't be redirected.
I'm saying I don't think that's necessary. Like, what decks right now have blockers that you care about?
I'd rather have the jamming.
Well, you still have.
Yeah, you get the jamming no matter what.
Also gave you jamming.
Yeah, I'd rather have the stun.
I just think it gave both.
Yeah,
the stun's cool.
The stun is nice, like stunning a Digimon for a turn. Yeah.
Or Tamer.
Yeah, or Tamer.
The thing is, you basically, if you're playing this in a non-Sakuya deck, which obviously, like, who the hell's playing this in a non-Sakuya deck? You have to pick between either stunning a card or... No, because you can do both with the main effect. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just not reading properly.
You just pay 1 extra memory to get the main effect.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What the hell?
Still, it's whatever.
Yeah. Then we have BT...
What are you doing?
Oh,
dude, she just jumped on my back!
It's like a parrot.
She's trying to kill me. Oh my god, her claws are out.
Yeah, dude, she's trying to make sure she doesn't slip.
What is wrong with you?
We have BT17's Talmon reprint. This was also reprinted in the Billion Bullet set, for those of you that don't know. And it has that super nice event pack foiling.
Yep, needed it again, I guess.
Yeah, just in case. Then we have Defense Plugin F.
F in the chats for not usable with Mommy.
Dog, dude. For just 2 or 3 memory, we could have just given Mommy 3000 DP reboot and blocker permanently with also an additional 2k, but whatever.
Just meant 2 to give it 2000 DP blocker.
Yeah.
17k blocker Mommy forever.
Like, let us
only
have
time,
it, dude.
The only time I've ever wished for Mother to have a level.
Yeah. Security Devo 2 one of your opponent's Digimon, then adds a card to the hand. Manually link this card to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. Then until your opponent's turn ends, one of your Digimon gains reboot and 3000 DP. And the linking effect is 2k and blocker.
Those bastards. I know exactly what they're doing.
Just let us...
I think they did this to spite us because they know how much we want it, Sean.
They did, dude. They were like, no defensive options for you. You either kill or be killed. That's the formats we're facilitating.
And then, like, in the Sakuya deck to begin with, I don't think these cards are all that great.
They seem pretty bad so far. The black one especially. Yeah. Like, why the hell would you want that? Yeah, so if Mother Shoto was a thing, Hoodie would be like, LOL. Oh, you're playing Hoodie? Cool, this is like borderline free.
Yeah, you would have
you can't get over Mommy.
You would have to have, you'd have to, like, promote and try to kill them as soon as possible before they get 2 mothers with blockers set up, basically.
Yeah.
Because you could run through one of them as long as you have barrier, and as long as you have enough DNA level 5s, you could get through it.
Yeah.
But
I guess the whole point right now is just, like, you go into Sakuyamon Ace, you Alliance, you poke him for, like, 3 damage, and then you... Well, no, you activate the blue one so you have jamming, just in case. I don't know. I mean, even though you're alliancing. And then you activate the black one to give it reboot and blocker. Like, I guess. Maybe that's the idea. I just don't know.
Cool. Seems way worse than what they were doing before they got ban-hammered.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Sakuyamon Maid Mode. This evos for 4 on top of yellow 4s, or yellow 5s, or 1 on top of a Sakuyamon specifically. On play, when Digivolving, you may use 1 option card with On My Joy or plug-in trait from your hand or under your tamers without paying the cost. All turns once a turn when you use option cards or security stack is removed from by placing one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP as the bottom security card, trash their top security card.
Art.
I mean, that actually doesn't seem that bad. Just the fact that you have to have the option cards set up. Well, I guess you can use it from your hand. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, if you have to already have it in your tamer, that's awful.
Yeah, I was also going to say, typically those effects seem to be really strong, unless the Digimon it specifically says, like, it isn't affected by your opponent's effects, or it can't be moved. or would leave the battle area.
Yeah.
But there aren't just like a whole lot of Digimon that are like that. So it's actually like a really strong effect to be able to like do. That's why Chaos Degradation was so strong when it first came out. Because I don't think we had any cards that like could prevent that.
I don't think so. Not when that card first got printed, because it was in BT8 when that started deck.
Yeah. I remember anytime I saw that card, I was so angry. I was like, "There's nothing you can do to prevent this."
Yeah, 8 memory. Get rid of it.
War Greymon. Buy Black War Greymon.
But my protection effects. Yeah, this seems okay, but like, is it good enough?
Yeah.
Judging by the current meta, I would say absolutely not. Cubimon. When moving / when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, Squeamon, or Rika in its name, or the On My Joy or plug-in trade among them to the hand, return the rest of the bottom of the deck. Inheritable's Barrier.
Okay. I don't mind that.
This one I think makes more sense to be a when moving. Because like when do you ever just sit on a level 4 on the field? So I feel like with the level 3 you hard play it. Oh, your opponent didn't out it. Do it again. Whereas this one, like, that's not really what you do with level 4s.
I think making anything like this a start of main would probably be too good.
Yeah, especially since this one's a searcher as well. It's like Uko.
Yeah.
Imagine if Uko was just start of main. Like, that would be kind of ridiculous.
Feels like it sometimes when they have multiple going, but...
When they have multiple, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this seems good. I like that you can evo it in raising and don't feel like you're missing out on the value if you just promote it.
Exactly. That's what I was also thinking.
Yeah. It also plays through 1 ruin mode.
Yes, it does. I saw that as well.
Yeah. Quit it, Bandai.
Stop it.
Offensive plugin V. Security, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP, then add this card to the hand. Main, you may link this card to one of your Digimon without paying the cost, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as one of your Digimon. This is plus 2k, and then end of your turn, once per turn, this Digimon may attack. Link effect.
That's just bad. This is the worst one. I think I'd rather have Reboot Blocker.
Why does this one cost 4?
I guess because it can
potentially anything.
Yeah, assuming you tuck it into something big, you can potentially remove anything on your opponent's field. But that's assuming they don't have protection effect, or they even care that you're removing it.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever.
Guys, it's broken.
The end of your turn, this Digimon may attack seems... I was expecting something more. I haven't read most of these cards. I've just been ignoring the spoilers for the past couple of weeks.
I have also been missing all the spoilers.
I mean, I like actually reacting to these like for the first time on here, so I was just like, I don't care. I want to look at it.
Yeah, same. I think I've only read like a couple cards from the Time Stranger set.
Yeah.
But like, imagine this thing was like, hey, link it, and instead of end of a turn attack, it's like, hey, you have progress.
That would be so much better. That'd be so much better.
Raid, piercing. Literally, I would have taken anything over this. Yeah.
This seems bad. Cool.
Progress would have been sick.
Progress would have been dope, dude. You could have access to progress in any deck. Assuming you're playing Tamers or just red. That'd be sick. I just had a thought. This is a BT17 Renamon reprint. This is a Grand Galemon that we're getting. This is we have a few cards in here that are like the Magnamon that we got out of the Bunnies advanced deck, where they're just like they have nothing to do with the deck, but they come in the deck. Fortitude.
Real weird way to try to get sales.
Dante was very excited for this. He's like, I wasn't gonna buy this, and he's like, nah, I have to.
That's why they do it. And apparently you get 2 of each of these. So you just buy 2 starter decks and you have a playset of everything, which thank you, Bandai, for finally doing that. So you don't have to buy 4 decks to get like a playset of like one of these cards.
Yep.
Wasn't that how it was with Magna? You only got 1?
Yeah.
That's lame.
But now you get 2 of everything, which is nice. At least 2. Minimum 2 of everything. Grand Galemon, Fortitude, Vortex, on play when digivolving when attacking, not once per turn. You may suspend 1 Digimon, this Digimon gets 3000 DP for the turn. Inheritable, when attacking, once per turn if your opponent has no unsuspended Digimon, this Digimon with the Vortex Warriors trait may unsuspend. That's probably a good idea to make that restriction on there.
Once per turn?
No, it's just the restriction that it has to be a Vortex Warrior.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
This does seem like the second level 5 you play in that deck now, after the immunity Grand Gale.
I was gonna say you play the immunity one in this one now.
Yeah, and it's going to be textured because it's super rare alt art.
Yeah.
Galemon players rejoice, dude. Oh man, so Dante's definitely buying this advanced deck, dude. These are 2 archetypes that he copes with on the reg.
Boo!
Gotta
Boo
wait.
this man.
Gotta wait for Chris to. All right. Another card that Dante's gonna love, Dogachmon. Raid, when attacking once per turn, you may link one Digimon card with the social, Navi, or tool trait from your hand or the Digimon Dissolution card, so this Digimon with the link cost reduced by 2. When linking, return one of your opponent's 5,000 DP or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and then plus 3,000 DP.
Boo.
It was
play this.
Yeah, it was right after he saw this and the Grand Galemon. He's like, "Wow, they're making me buy that."
Yeah, if he buys 2 advanced decks, I will play set of both.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, dude. Then we got Yellow Scramble reprint. Cool, more the merrier.
Couldn't even reprint the alt art.
Nah, dude, I wouldn't want them to do that. It's
Imagine
funny.
It was a common reprint.
Or just like a unique art to the deck.
Yeah, Renemon's on there though. Like she's there.
True, dude.
Yeah, but it could have been like an
Right
actual
there.
Renamon scramble. Yeah.
It is a
You mean
Renamon
like they
scramble.
did with? You mean like they did with the Vortex Warrior and the Puppet Memory Boost?
With the common
too much.
memory
You're
boost?
expecting too much.
Yeah,
Expecting too much.
those are ugly because of the non-foiling on them.
They're common.
Yeah, this will be foil because it's an advanced deck, but it would have been funny if this was common too.
Imagine like the whole deck is foil and you get to the scramble. It's common.
I would like that. That'd be
Imagine.
funny. Then we have started getting BT24 releases for some reason, because why not? The unique emblem for the Medusa deck, it plays a Eliza or Owen Dreadnought from your hand or trash without paying the cost and places it in the battle area, and then your turn, when any of your Owen Dreadnoughts suspend, delay, one of your Reptile or Dragonkin trait Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait and the Liberator trait in the hand with the Evo cost reduced by 3.
Yep, another one. Another really
one.
good emblem.
Yeah, these cards are scary, dude. They need to give us these for like every archetype, because the Liberator decks, for no reason, can just go. They can promote a rookie and be like, "I have a level 7 on the field. It's still my turn."
I mean, it's not like we have other seasons where they have, I don't know, these unique symbols that are specific to them. Kind of crazy. I've never even heard of that.
Are you referring to
the
crests? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we have those. So that'll be season 1 if they ever go back to that, which I'm sure they will eventually, but their crests can be their emblems, which will be
All right,
nice.
Sean, I'm gonna put you on the spot right here.
Okay.
If you got a Crest of Courage for War Greymon, Tribal Greymon, what would you want it to do?
This.
Yeah, this.
You wouldn't do anything different with it? You would just do the emblem format?
All of them, yeah. I think this effect is really powerful.
Okay. Do you think they would do that with the ability to warp into your level 6 from a level 3?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we won't get the warp level 5, but I think honestly that's one of the best parts of the Liberator. Like that combined with
I'm
these.
talking right now. We have that now. You have an Agumon that lets you warp, and you have a secret rare War Greymon that lets you warp.
Yeah, who says the emblem wouldn't allow us to do that?
Nothing.
It would be this, and then if you have an Agumon who meets the condition, says this Digimon can warp into a War Greymon.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you can just do it.
Yeah.
Free.
We would have to get a lot more cards.
Yes.
In order for that to be viable, because if you built Greymon Tribal now, you're probably gonna be pretty sad when you play against a meta deck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I would love that. It'd be cool if any Greymon deck
That's why I was asking,
were
like,
meta.
If
It'd be cool to be able to
was
play
going
it, you know, not
forward.
just lose.
Yeah.
Do you know what the most upsetting part is, though, Sean?
What?
It would have to be black based because those are the only ties that can suspend.
No, we can just get a new red tie that suspends and is actually good for the archetype.
Yeah, but that's only one tie. We have 2 ties right now that can suspend in black.
It wouldn't have to be black base. The tie is just a tamer.
I know, but like,
You have Adventure Tie too. He's white. He's
okay,
Hispanic.
fair. You're right.
Honestly, you could play him. Like if we got that version,
Exactly.
like,
Unironically,
he's the easiest one to trigger.
yeah, swing, spin, boom, draw a card.
Draw.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like that very much. If they just started giving that to like every archetype, because like these decks were straight cheeks before they started getting these emblem cards. And their warp level 5s, and their 7s that can warp on top of their 5s. So if they did that for like the other archetypes that seem underpowered right now, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I would love that for my Were Garurumon deck. That'd be awesome.
They would just have to banhammer it again, though, dude. Do you really want that?
Yep, correct. They would definitely have to, because by then I would also have both the dual memory boost and the dual training card.
So you definitely prefer you'd rather have Loved and Lost than Never Loved at all.
Yep.
Medusamon, Raid Progress Piercing, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon, then by returning 2 cards from their trash to the bottom of the deck, they play 2 Petrification tokens, and then after this Digimon gets 2,000 DP for each of your opponent's Digimon until their turn ends, so this bare minimum going to 15k. And you can just raid over the Petrification token, assuming you keep turning, which you most likely will, because it's Evos for 3 memory.
Yeah,
Yes,
and also
this card
you
is-
have the emblem and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
This card is really good for Medusa.
Also, I think the reason we're getting these now is probably to do with the webcomic, because I did see some people like hyping up Owen. So I wonder if that's when this happened.
Could
People
be.
are speculating about the level 7 they're probably going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems good. I guess the only bad thing about this is it only happens once, and after that it doesn't do anything besides just have raid progress and piercing. So I guess you probably still currently are gonna have to play the other Medusa as well, because that actually does something every turn.
Yeah.
If this did something like play a token once per turn or something, I feel like it would be better than the original Medusa.
I mean, we haven't seen the rest of the levels. Maybe the other levels will help you do that.
Maybe. I like that she
Like
was
it's
for
an
3.
inheritable or something.
Yeah. Then we have Lamiamon. This is the warp guy.
Yeah.
And then when Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, your opponent places 1 card from their hand as the bottom security card, then trash their top security card. So much better than the previous one that made them add it to their hand.
Yep.
And then the inheritable, all turns once per turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, you may play 1 5,000 DP or lower reptile or dragonkin trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it doesn't have progress. That's unfortunate. I just realized that.
It doesn't, but it doesn't really need it, because the when Digivolving / when attacking will trigger your Digitama, and you can just Evo into Medusa.
Evo.
That's fair. Yeah, but I mean, you still get aced, right? Now, I guess your effects would trigger first, and then they would ace.
This is eons before counter timing occurs,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
and you most
Okay, so I
likely
guess
would
it didn't
blow
need
up their Digimon.
Right. So you don't need progress on here.
No, you don't.
I love how so far in like all of these arts for this archetype, they've just hid Elizamon in all of them. Like she's just sitting
Oh
there.
yeah, she's just.
holding
I
the
didn't even see her
umbrella.
because of the giant sample letters.
She looks so stupid.
Oh,
I
she's
love
here, right?
it.
She was blending in with the colors. Like I saw this and this, and didn't even notice her here because of the colors.
Yeah, Gigi and or Gigi and whatever the tinier version are also there next. To
Oh
her.
yeah, they are, right there. Huh?
I'm appreciating the arts of this. They're nice.
They are.
Very nice.
Then we have another advanced deck inclusion, Barbamon. Evo's on top of level 5 with Fallen Angel or CS trait. That's a good idea. For 3 memory.
Oh god.
It also has the CS trait. Cool. When this card will be played, if your opponent has 10 or more cards in either their hand or trash, reduce the play cost by 5. On play, when Digivolving, your opponent just trashes cards in their hand so that they have 6 cards left. If this effect didn't trash, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Fallen Angel trait Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. End of your turn once per turn. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they trash 1 of them. Then if they have 5 or fewer, delete 1 of their lowest level Digimon.
Okay, you know what? Hey, right hand up, I didn't think we were gonna get more CS support. I was wrong.
They're gonna keep doing it, dude. This actually seems really good, and I used to always be like, man, I wish Lucamon Chaos Mode was a fallen angel, because clearly that's what he is. But thank God he's not, because this guy could have played him for free.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a couple of cool things you can play back off this guy off the top of my head, but nothing like that's like, oh my God, this is busted. I think everything else is like the really powerful parts of his effect.
I mean, thank God you also can't just play a CS trait. Imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, play Hoodie.
God, he's so dumb.
Imagine. Play Hoodie.
Yeah, because you can just Evo this on top of Shaq for 3 memory.
Shaq.
Like, play Hoodie. LOL. Continue to combo.
Oh, now trash all your hand. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Trash your hand.
Yeah, I mean, this is good Demon Lord support and good Barbamon support. That is sort of a deck that Ben has tried to cope with before, and this is probably be the best card in it if he were to try to build it again. I feel like he might. I think when he gets his card, he's going to be like, I'm going to try to make Barbamon work.
Oh, 100%.
He's like, I already have an invite, who cares? Yeah, seems good. Then we got a Pipe Fox token. Still not sure why they landed on that name, but
They knew.
yeah, they did. This does look cool, and it is. I really like that. It seems like eventually we're going to get all of the tokens as official like cards in products, which is nice. It'd be cool if they just gave them to us immediately, but
100%.
yeah. Then we have, come here, Sakuya X reprint.
It's a reprint, yeah.
This almost looks like a chase card with the way that it has gold foiling and stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Is it? No, it's
No,
just,
it doesn't say
it's just a
anything.
reprint, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This does
Good
look
for
really
them.
nice. This is different than the original printing, right? It has to be. There's no way it looked like this before.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it definitely doesn't look like that.
Yeah. I think I would have remembered this.
Do you want me to pull it up so you can see the comparison?
Sure. I'm curious. I mean, I guess I could look on my phone, but then...
What is it, EX8?
Yeah, EX8.
I'll show you the regular alt art, since I know that's probably the one you'll recognize immediately.
Okay, so way different. What's the base art look like?
The base art is that. That's why we didn't recognize it. That is the base art.
Is it? With the
It's
gold
just a
lettering
gold
and
version.
stuff?
Without the gold, is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that's what was throwing me off. I was like, this doesn't look like...
It's this artwork, but just normal name, normal play cost, normal evo cost, all of that stuff's normal.
Okay. Well, this definitely is an
That's why we
upgrade
didn't
over that.
recognize it.
I'm wondering if that's... I mean, it doesn't say anything about being a chase. It's just going to be a reprint. I think they did a good job of making it look better than the original Super, since they're not changing the art.
I mean,
agree.
there are some times when the alt art, art doesn't look as cool as the normal art, but because you get foiling, because you get the extra texture and stuff like that, obviously the alt art's better.
Agreed.
But if you like that art more, there you go.
Yeah, and then we have Uka no Mitama. Cool. The other token that deck spits out.
Yeah, the rush one.
Yeah. Then we have BT24 again. Agiomon has barrier. When moving, on play, when digivolving, by adding your top security card to the hand, you may play one Time Stranger trait tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. This effect can't play cards with the same name as any of your tamers, and heritable is barrier.
Seems pretty good.
So something...
The first SR, I think. No, well, not the first. It's the first SR of the Time Stranger deck we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. Also, I didn't even realize this was a super. He doesn't look like he's a super rare.
Yeah, how many level 4 supers are there?
I mean, I prefer
There's gotta
that
be a
over
couple.
all of them being tamers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, we'll get there.
Something kind of disgusting about the fact that they made this a when moving effect is all of the Time Stranger tamers that we have currently all have start of main effects, and you would get that start of main effect because this happens during breeding phase when you play the tamer.
Yeah. See, this one, it makes way more sense to be a when moving.
Yeah.
Because it plays something out that you would get an extra benefit for.
Yeah. It's like you can just hide your tamers in your hand and just get their full benefit at start of main with this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one you wouldn't get is like a memory setter, but they've obviously thought of that and have printed because I've already seen the Time Stranger Dual Tamer, and that this works around that.
Yeah, I haven't read that one, but all of the other ones that we have all are just starter main effects.
Yeah.
And then physical training reprint for the advanced deck.
This one does not have a Renamon on it.
Oh, it doesn't. You're right. There is one that does.
Yeah, a very infamous one.
Yes. Then we have BT24 again. Agio Chusmon. Whatever. Security attack +1. Decode with Agiomon specifically. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. Then if you have 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less. Rule trait has Dragonkin type for some reason, and also has the same decode inheritable Agiomon specifically.
Seems like
I kind of assumed that when I was playing Time Stranger and I was seeing like the Agiomon stuff going on, I was like, oh, this is perfect for like an Armor Rush style deck. And I wonder if that's the strat we're going for with this deck. Because Sean, obviously you haven't played the game, but this is only one of like 5 forms, 5 different level 5s that Agiomon can turn into.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And his level 6 pretty cool too.
His level 6 is pretty cool.
Is it Jupiter?
He has shake weights.
It is Jupiter.
Yeah.
Beware the cosmic shake weights.
Then we have a reprint for Talmon Ace. This is once again like gold foiled out, but it is the base rarity.
I'm starting to question the base rarity. You could have at least done the alt arts with this.
Nah.
It's better than them not doing anything. I'm okay with it.
Agreed.
Imagine it looks like that, but it's still a common. That would be so funny.
If they weren't, if it wasn't an advanced deck, I would hope that it was, but because that would be funny. Yeah. And then we have random support that is unfortunately not Black War support, from what I understand, from BT24. Greymon, blocker on deletion. De-Evo one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable is Raid. Why this isn't on deletion, I'm sure we'll find out, but that is really stupid.
There's been a Wind Digivolving.
Man, that'd be so cool if it were a Wind Digivolving. Yeah, this is clearly a Time Stranger support card. It evil's on top of Agumon, but like, who cares?
It's specifically for the quote-unquote evil Digimon side called the Titans. So if you look at their trait, you'll see Titan. That's what that's from.
Yeah. And then we have Metal Greymon. Security, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon, play this card without battling and without paying the cost. Blocker, all turns, once per turn. When attack targets change, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker.
Inheritable does real bad.
It's bad if you get something like collision, I guess it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of that would make that like not awful, because like how often are you gonna have a blocker on your opponent's side of the field? The fact that they were too scared to just give this guy the ability to play himself no matter what, like Zord Defeat, which we got like 3 years ago.
Right.
Start of the game.
Yeah, like bruh.
BT5.
Just let him play himself. Is it that scary? This is whatever. If removal effects weren't like just in every deck, this blocker / all turns effect would be kind of interesting, but if people need to get rid of this, they can get rid of it. Bye, Chris.
Just letting the chihuahuas in.
Oh.
I closed my door because the dogs were going off, and then they started scratching at the door.
Then we have a reprint of Rika from BT19. This is the good one that people play if they play any Rikas. So, solid reprint choice.
It seems like at least they're going to give you all the cards that like were necessary for playing Tsukuyamon in this.
It's very kind of them after ban-hammering the hell out of it in the most recent ban list.
How funny would it be? It's like we get to the final card, it's Valderon. We're like, can't even use this.
It's like, all right, make a choice. Do you want to play this or Valderon? Because you can't have both.
Can't have both.
I actually put that BT17 in a Talmon in a deck, and then tried to put Valderon in later, and I was like, wait, why can't I do this? And I was like, oh yeah. I forgot.
It's too good. That's right.
It's too strong. Then we have these cards. Garurumon, jamming. On play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Once per turn when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable.
Yeah, I mean, these are going to be for Marukimon. Definitely not just straight up Garu support, kind of like with the Greymon and Metal Greymon. They're just not going to be for us.
Okay, but why is he looking at us like that?
Yeah, whoever did this art, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, there's like lashes on it. This is like a female Garurumon.
Why are he looking at us like that?
They said, hey, I watched Lion King. Like, I know.
Okay.
Where Garurumon has evade. On play, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon may unsuspend, then one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. Inheritable when attacking, once per turn, you may play one 4,000 DP or lower Digimon card with the Iliad trait or Beast, Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal in any of its traits from your hand without paying the cost. That's way better than the Metal Greymon, but of course it is.
Correct. Yeah. Like, you could theoretically... Yeah, you could theoretically use this one in Garu because of its Wind Digivolving effect. Because you can swing with jamming now as a level 4, and then go into the 5, unsuspend, swing with the 5, go into the X, unsuspend. So, like, this one is at least playable. I don't know how often that Inheritable is going to come up.
What's Gabumon? Is he a beast?
I think he's a reptile.
You're right, he is a reptile.
A little lizard.
Nah, you're right. After you said that, I immediately remembered. Yeah, because he's literally an Agumon wearing a fur coat.
I mean, he's got a horn.
I mean, does he, dude? That could be part of his fur coat.
It's not.
We
know that for a fact.
Nope, that's not true.
Where does the horn go?
Jury's still out on that. Up your ass. Jury's still out on that, dude.
Oh, no. Yeah, we know that because of the BT15 base art Gabumon, where the Pagumon steals his fur coat, the Gabumon in the back steals his horn. Anyway, yeah, he's a reptile. I did double check.
No, as soon as you said it, I remembered you were right. Yeah, those are cool, I guess. Marukimon. He is a Shaman, Olympus 12, Iliad, and Time Stranger trait. Digivolves on level 5 with Beastkin or Time Stranger trait for 3 memory. This includes Silphymon, for those of you that don't know. Silphymon's a Beastkin.
Beastkin, yeah.
When this card would be played, if there are 3 or more Digimon, reduce the play cost by 5. On play, when Digivolving, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and one of your Digimon may get 5,000 DP for the turn and attack your opponent's Digimon. When Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, one of your Digimon may unsuspend. Your turn, all of your Iliad trait Digimon gain Rush and Piercing. So this is Medieval Gallon at home.
Yeah. Honestly, for real.
I mean, this is cool, like, if aces weren't a thing and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember how we were really hoping that the Olympus 12 would have been, like, a new Mega Zoo style deck? Yeah.
A Royal Knight style deck.
Hey.
It doesn't look like that's happening.
We don't know that for sure. They
showed us this guy's whole line.
So? Royal Knights have their own line. That doesn't mean that there's not a Royal Knight deck that you just Mega Zoo, drop everything.
No.
Don't slit your wrist just yet, dude. There's still hope.
Alright,
if you're gonna do it, at least go across for attention. Don't go down the river for results.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, this is cool, I guess. It's nice that they're just letting us... Because I enjoy the fact that they're printing more cards that give you the ability to just come back when your board gets wiped and you're not promoting that turn. Like a Death X, Medieval, just stuff like that, except for they're just doing it more often. They're obviously making them less powerful, but it's nice to just have maybe the ability to just not insta-lose because your board got cleared. You're not playing like Royal Knights.
I mean, I just like how you could just hard play this and then immediately swing over something because he's going to be 17
and unsuspend.
And unsuspend, yeah, because he's going to have the rush. Like, so I mean, you're good and piercing, so you'll get a check in too.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's
like
not
you said,
awful.
It's literally, it's medieval at home. Yeah, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great value medieval.
Yes. Then we have the Chase Renamon. So this will be the extremely rare pull of the starter deck Renamon. This does look very pretty and probably will be even prettier in person, just looking at the scan.
I don't like it.
Okay. I mean, you're entitled to
I
your
think
opinion.
they should have done what they did with the Agumon and Gabumon from the adventure deck.
They kind of did.
And it should have been... No, hear me out.
Okay.
It should have been a reference to their Digivolution scene where she should have had the like the yellow egg something like in the background with the green wiring, that CG cutscene.
Okay.
I think they should have done
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Because that's what they did for the adventure ones, is they gave it the 01 Digivolution background.
well, you're entitled to your opinion. I do think this
It
looks
just
pretty.
like they threw a bunch of random crap at the wall.
I think it looks good.
You could put all.
I was hoping they would have.
want.
I was hoping they would have done a different pose than the actual just regular
Yeah,
card art.
It's the regular card art with a bunch of random crap thrown in the back.
All right. Well, I hope you don't pull it since you hate it so much.
I'm not buying this deck.
Oh,
Ain't nothing in
I'm
here.
buying
Yeah.
2 of them just to have the cards.
Yeah, Brain, you're gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one. What do you mean?
What the hell are you talking about? I'm not spending my money.
Yeah. What
on
if you
this
guys
deck.
want to play Barbamon?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that successfully?
I'm not. I would do it unsuccessfully.
Well, I mean that's the case no matter what. So we have another Tamer from BT24. This is a super rare. Dan Yuki and Kanan Yuki. Start of your main phase, if you have 4 or less memory, gain 1 memory. End of your turn, by spending this Tamer, you may use 1 Time Changer trade option card with as high or lower a use cost as your opponent's memory from your hand without paying the cost. Then one of your Digimon with the Time Changer trait may attack. Once again, start a main phase, so you always get it with the AGO.
So that's what I was talking about. Like, this is going to be like their little version of getting a memory setter, because like you can't
That's
go
not
past
bad.
4. So
Yeah, being at 4 or less is the key to all of your stuff, because all the rookies Evo for free at 4 or less memory.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any of the option cards. I don't know if any have been revealed yet. I guess the next one is an option card. But this could be good.
I hope we get an option card that says something along the lines of, I hate to bring this up, but did you know your dad's dead?
I'm assuming that's a reference from the game.
It is.
Yeah. It's told to you a lot.
Oh,
Like, whoever you pick, if you pick male or female, the opposite one will be your operator, your boss, who like tells you to do stuff in the story.
uh-huh.
And I swear to God, in the first like 4 or 5 hours, they're like, unfortunately, and I hate to remind you of this, but your dad died. And like every time, it's like, I hate to remind you, but anyway, here I go to remind you. It's just so funny how often it gets brought up.
That is an
Yeah,
odd
your dad's
choice.
dead. Yeah. It's-
Oh, that reminds me of your dead dad.
So I'm actually kind of starting to get, I wouldn't use the word excited just yet, but looking forward to BT24, because the past few sets I have not had an inkling of desire to build basically anything that's come out of them. But I'm actually probably interested in building Medusa for real, and probably the Time Changer deck, solely based on the fact that Patamon is in it, and I kind of like Aegeomon.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like if you played the game, you would actually really love it. I legitimately think you would love that game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any doubts, but the reason why I don't play those games is because I don't want to get lost in the sauce, and
Lose yourself in the moment.
yeah, just don't do anything else until I
It'll
100%
never
the
let
game.
you go.
Yeah. Then we have the first Time Stranger trait option, In Between Theater. While you have a Time Stranger Trade Digimon or Tamer on the field, you can order this card's color requirements. That includes your breeding area, so your Gucci. Main reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Time Stranger Trade among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, then place this card in the battle area. Main delay, gain 2 memory. So it's agency except for Time Stranger, and it's very powerful because it can add Tamers, options, Digimon. Really wish they just gave this effect to every archetype. It'd be cool.
Yup.
So you can use this effect off of the Tamer, correct? If you give your opponent 3 memory?
That is correct.
Yup.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
Also,
You have that memory set. You're going to 3 anyways.
This is
I'll just
better
activate this for
than
free.
agency. This is better than agency because it's a rare, meaning it's going to be foil right off the bat.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I would still want to get the stamps of this if I were to play this deck, but that is a good point. It means the pre-release stamps will be cheaper because a lot of people prefer not having the stamp on there if they have the option. Assuming they're both
depends
foil.
on the card for me.
Do what?
It depends on the card for me. Depends on where they put the stamp and how the art of the card looks with it.
Yeah, some people have opinions like yours. Some people are like Ben and Josh, where they're like, if I have the choice, I don't want words on my card. And some people are like me, and I'm like, this one is rare, therefore I want it. I want the words.
Well, I mean, also, if it's the only availability for foil, obviously you get it.
Mm-hmm. They do the same thing with that. When it's the only option, they get the pre-release stamp.
Yeah. I think that just makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're a rarity fiend.
Yeah. It's a cruel curse. Yeah, so it seems like the Time Stranger deck is going to be probably not... I mean, we haven't really seen most of the deck, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be as disgustingly broken as the Hoodiemon archetype. However, it does seem like it's going to be pretty solid because you're going to be able to play a bunch of Tamers for free, play options for free, Evo for free. Seems like good things.
I'm wondering if we're going to get something like a Grace Nova in this set immediately right off the rip, or if they're going to make us wait for it. Because Grace Nova is integral to the story at a couple points. You know, you have the Apollo and the Diana, they're there a lot. But if we do, that's going to be a DNA, and it's going to have the trait. So I'm wondering if there's already like some inklings of something that's going to come out, and it's going to be like, hey, here's Aegeomon Armor Rush. By the way, here's a DNA level 6 where you can reset all your effects and just keep going.
Grace is a 7.
So we'll see. Well, yeah, Grace is a 7. I'm saying, like, you never know.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that because I think I know what both secret rares for the set are going to be.
What do you think?
Chrono and Jupiter.
Jupiter and Grace.
I don't think.
No, it'll be Chrono. It'll be Chrono because it's integral to the story.
So it's going to be Jupiter and Chrono then?
Probably, yeah.
But if they don't put a Grace in this set...
Grace will just be a super. He's one of the... Well, he's not an Olympus 12, but he's, 2 of the Olympus 12 fused.
These 2 of them, yeah. So I think there's a possibility we'll get a rare Apollomon and a rare Dianamon, and then Grace will be the super rare with an alt art.
Yeah, that's possible.
I feel like Jupiter's for sure he's one of the secrets, so like that's like a grand slam.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Turns out it's like a tamer. It's
It's
be,
2 tamers.
It's gonna be I'm trying to think of 2 people from Time Stranger.
No. It's gonna be an Owen Dreadnought randomly, and then one of the Time Stranger tamers. Then you're like, want to play one of these decks? Gotta get 4 of these, idiot.
Chris, what's the name of the girl who has Beelstar?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
And her obscenely sexy outfit for no reason.
Yeah, it has to be like that.
And then the name of the research director lady, she's the other secret rare.
That would suck.
I'm gonna look them up. I'm curious. I can't remember their names.
They better be Digimon, dude. I hate it when they
promos.
make tamer secret rares, but I mean, we're obviously kidding. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, it's I 100% think it's gonna be Jupiter and Chrono. If it's not, that is such a big miss.
Yeah.
Swing and a whiff.
I wonder if it's going to be a situation where you need 4 of each to play the deck optimally.
I'm thinking it is. And what's crazy is So far, the Tamer and the level 3 or level 4 Aegeomon are both supers.
Simmons and Shiroki.
And not only are those super rares, but currently all the time changer cards we have are all promos.
Yep.
So hopefully it doesn't cost $1 billion to put time strangers together. I don't think you would use all the promos, obviously. I don't think there'd be room in a deck to do that, but once people figure out the best ones, those are going to be real expensive.
Because they all have the effect, the level 3s that is, start of main, they evo for free into a time stranger.
Yeah.
So all of them can go into Aegeomon for free.
That is correct. So basically, you're probably going to determine the best ones based on maybe whatever whatever your inheritable is, or potentially, if it's a toolbox, it's not all time changer cards, maybe what your other 4 is, but it's probably just going to be all Aegeomons, if I were to guess.
So, just on a basis right now of the 3 that we have, the 3 promos, I think Patamon might be the worst.
Yeah.
The others were at least draw cards.
Yeah, I know that Demi-Dev draws a card. I forgot what Gomamon did, but I was also thinking that Patamon's probably...
So, Gomamon has the potential to be the worst.
What's he do?
Because it's hand cap draw. You only draw a card if you have 7 or fewer. So early game, it's good.
I mean, you're
whereas
gonna be
with
playing.
Patamon, it's just minus 2K.
You're gonna be playing Tamers and stuff for free, so it's probably.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like potentially, how the deck pans out, he's probably going to be the second best because I think draw one, trash one's the best.
I mean, it's quite possible you just play all of them.
Yeah.
Assuming we don't get better
they all
ones
evo
on
for
the
free, so
yeah.
Your opponent's like, all right, I guess I'll give you 5 memory. Take it. Jesus.
So it'll be so funny because you know it'll happen when people build this deck. People are gonna be like, I got to give him 5 or more, or like he does stuff for free.
Free stuff are happening.
Here's 5 memory. It's better than giving you 4 for some reason. All right, comment questions. P_2K. Hello, gentlemen. Great podcast. Will you guys be participating in the offline regional happening in Orlando early December? Also, do you have any tips for recording in-person games?
You're the one who records games, Sean.
Oh, well, I thought we were going to answer the first one. First of all, thank you.
I mean, pretty sure me and Sean are going.
Me, Ben, and Chris, assuming did you rebuy your ticket?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Me, Ben, and Chris will be attending that regional. Brandon is not going once again because he sucks. So maybe we'll see you there. Hopefully, I'll get my invite. I think that'll be my last opportunity. And other than an LCQ in Vegas, so it would be cool not to have to play in the LCQ. Tips for recording in-person games. It's actually very simple. You buy one of the. They're advertised as like mic stands on Amazon. They're like little arms that bend and they can attach to desks and stuff.
Maybe I can show like mine.
I was gonna say it's like a Pixar lamp.
Yeah, it's like this thing right here.
Lamp.
It clicks onto like the table and then like it's really flexible and it holds your phone.
Kind of like that, except for not those.
Sean's is much better for obviously.
Do not get the flexible ones that Chris has. Get the ones that have a solid bend, because if you get the flexi ones, any movement from the table and it will shake the camera like whatsoever.
Yes.
And then you can get a lot of them will come with a connection that'll let you just like put your phone in it, and it like basically just like holds your phone and clamps on it. And what I do is I just put my phone in airplane mode and just hit record and just do that every round.
And you can decide, I get like Sean does, you can either do like full commentary where you like take out all the background noise and commentate over it, or you can just raw dog it and upload it how it is, or upload some background music.
Yeah, there are some people that do that, and those are way less entertaining for me personally. So yeah, it's actually really simple. If you have a smartphone and you have like $15 or $20, which is how much those arms cost, you can record in-person gameplay. And your smartphone camera, assuming it's not like, I don't even know if there are bad cameras on smartphones. Yeah, it's going to be high quality. which is nice.
Yeah.
Like
I would say also, if you're going to do that, probably invest in a battery, because Sean can attest it does drain your battery. He has a second phone just for this.
Yeah, I always make sure that my phone is basically at 100% before I leave for locals, because if it's not, and I have long matches / we go all 4 rounds, my phone has, I believe it has actually died before in the past when we had really long rounds. I believe in like the first few formats, when it actually took that long to kill people, and we went like 4 or 5 rounds sometimes.
Back in the day before we had OTKs.
Yeah, now that happens way less frequently. Well, it doesn't even get close now, because usually we only have 3 rounds, and also like our rounds go by pretty quickly. But yeah, either bring like a charger thingy, like a portable charger for your phone, or just if you have an extra phone that just isn't being used anymore, I would probably do that, because then you won't have to worry about like using it in between rounds and stuff.
Yep. Save that battery.
Yeah, it's actually very easy to do. Chemical Chocobo. Bandai already knows how to balance combining 2 Digimon. If you look at how App Fusion was designed, Appmons would be hella busted if they worked like traditional DNA digivolving. Yeah,
That's exactly why they're bad.
Yeah,
Because they don't.
They did that on purpose, because they were like, damn, DNA is broken. Too bad we can't fix that now.
Yeah, the floodgates have been opened. There's no going back.
Yeah, and I
lost all interest in Appmons once I realized that App Fusion was not like DNA. I was like, never mind, I'm out.
Yeah, never mind, this sucks.
What do you mean this isn't as broken as all the other stuff I can already do?
Yeah, Appmons are super fair, dude. Like, way too fair.
Yup.
Red Hot Fire. Sup guys, really like the vids. They're always insightful for me. I got pretty lucky with my regional. I was able to make top 2, getting my first Nats invite. I've never competed in a tourney of that caliber before, so I'm looking for some advice on how to prepare for it and what to expect when I get out there.
Traffic. Lots of traffic. Don't pre-reg.
Yeah, don't pre-register.
Good night's rest. Eat beforehand.
Know your
Locate.
deck,
Get there early enough so you can know where the bathrooms are. Like, I would scout the area, locate where bathrooms are, water fountains, any of that kind of stuff. Because most of the time, the venues won't allow you to actually bring your own stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want you to spend the money there on their stuff.
Yeah.
So I would get there early and just kind of scout the place and, like, figure out where everything is. So, like, in between rounds, if you need to desperately go, you can get there and back, like, super quick.
Yeah, hydration is very important. Bring a way to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Know your deck. The likelihoods of running into meta decks, like Hoodie, for example. Know how to counter it. Unless you're playing it yourself, in that case, know how to do the mirror match. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really workshop your deck as hard and get it as tight as possible. Because you want that thing to be as hyper consistent as possible to go through as many rounds as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a difference between winning like a 3-man local and trying to win out on a 9-round regional.
A very large difference. Rena Shinamai Vow. Brandon has base taste. All force for the win.
He's the best Royal Knight.
I also like All Force. He's not my favorite Royal Knight, but he's probably top 4? Top 4, top 5.
He's just one of my least favorite Beamon evolutions. Like, he's cool. It's just when it comes to Beamon evolutions, he's like one of... Nah. I mean, he reminds me too much of, like, Greymon, where he just gets really fat, and then his level 5 is like, hey, I'm fat with the wings, and then his level 6 is like, hey, I'm skinny and I've got armor now. I'm just like, Beamon does that so much better.
Sense, yeah.
100%, Sean. You never noticed that Digimon? Digimon is just a blue Greymon that got fat, and then Arrow Digimon, same thing. He gets wings.
Here's the deal: if I like Greymon, how can I not like?
Therefore,
yeah, like
I agree. I'm just saying, out of all of Veemon's evolutions, it's just one of my least favorite evolution lines.
You're trying to
I like the armor forms.
You don't like chunky Vidramon? How dare you?
I like him. I think it's,
I like Jim Bro X Vmon.
I hate that one.
I think it's
I hate how they're just like it's all the armor forms. Just take away the armor.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
yeah, I think it's funny because I hated Vmon in the show, probably mostly as an extension of Davis, and I just didn't like his accent. But I really like Vmon and all of his iterations in the card game.
The New Yorker.
Yeah, like I'm sure he didn't sound like that in the
Oh, definitely not even close.
in the Japanese one.
Oh yeah, the sub.
So I probably wouldn't dislike him in that one. I just did not like that accent. IDBW 1274, CS and Tribal Mastamon, those are for schoolgirls. Dark Animal Mastamon, now that is a deck with some chest hair. For those who don't know how this is a thing, it's abusing the duo color Skull Belushi and K-Tamer over and over again in the same turn. All the DNA mechanic resetting those sweet, sweet memory gain inherits. Yes, I was unfortunate to witness that last night. Ben basically did it to me both games, like turn 3. And I was like, man, I didn't have to pull out my deck. Like, you could have just, like, shown me what this deck did. Like, I feel like it was pointless. Like, why did I shuffle up and have you cut my deck? Like, what was the point of that? Also, I know that Time Strangers have been out for a month or two already, but a friend of mine compared all the Pokemon fans playing Digimon for the first time to a Victorian child trying a Baja Blast, and I thought that was funny and went to share.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. They don't know what they don't have. They just all they know is Pokemon. It's like people that have played Madden for like 10 years. Like they never experienced like a 2K game, a 2K NFL game. So they're like, it could be better. You have no idea what you're missing because they have no reason to invest more time and resources into this to make it better.
As soon as EA got the exclusive license,
It
it all went downhill.
Super
Because
downhill.
there's no competition.
Yeah,
There's no reason to innovate.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate that they got basically a monopoly on the NFL. Because
It's crazy. Every year they're like, here's the new game. Here are the new features. We had those features like 8 to 10 years ago.
Here's the
well,
new
it's
roster
new now.
Yeah. We took it out and we just put it back. We would hoping you forgot that it was in there at one point.
Brandon can attest. I was one of those guys who was like buying the new Madden every year. It got to a point where like, this sucks. It's just basically an updated roster, and I haven't bought a Madden game in like 5+ years.
Same. The last Madden I bought, I think, was like Madden 25, and not the year 25, but like the 25th anniversary or whatever.
Yep.
Because I was just like, yeah, man, it's just a roster update. Like this, I feel like I'm wasting money by buying this because I've never been into MUT because I think I would start spending real money on that, and that's scary.
Yep.
So yeah, I just have no interest.
That's the only game mode they care about because that's the one where they make the money.
They make so much money off of MUT, dude. It's so dumb because they just print. Not only do you have to buy the game, but then they just they get so much money from whales on MUT, and they don't take those resources they gain to create a better game the next year. They're just like, this goes in our pockets. Thank you.
I've literally seen people be like, this is the best game ever. Look at these pack openings from MUT. And they're like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, are you serious? You don't own those cards. Those are not real. When you can no longer play this game, guess what?
Those cards are gone.
You don't. That's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, back to Pokemon. I beat the story for ZA, and I have not touched it since. The final boss fight and the entire final area that you do was so god-awful. I hated every minute of it. The best part was the joke of the human ladder. That was it. It's the only part where I was like, that's fun.
So it wasn't even challenging to beat the game? I'm not surprised, but I'm just confirming.
The final boss fight is a glorified cutscene, and the final fight isn't even against a Pokemon. It's against these
two flowers.
Yeah, that sprout out of the ground, and you have to fight the flowers, which are technically connected to a Pokemon, but you're not fighting an actual Pokemon.
Man, that sounds stupid.
It cuts to a cutscene where you get to use a move, and then more cutscene happens. Again, all of it's just silent. And then you beat the Pokemon and you win.
Cool. Glad I haven't bought that game.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be. It's definitely nowhere near as good as Legends Arceus.
Buy Arceus, Sean. Buy Arceus.
That's, in my opinion, it is the best Pokemon game for Switch 1. If we're talking Switch 2, I'd say it's probably Scarlet Violet, but obviously
Arceus.
You're not going to buy a Switch 2, so.
I am not. I have no reason to buy a Switch 2.
Kirby's out. You can play Kirby.
I have never played a Kirby game. The only Kirby I have played is the Kirby
Smash
that was
Bros.
on... Yeah, correct.
Yeah. You should. They're fun. Especially you and your wife. You could, like, co-op them. They're really good for co-op.
Maybe. Benjamin Wiseman, 6567. Jessmon scares me a lot more than Hoodiemon. I'm 3-0 against Hoodiemon so far, but cannot take a single game off Jessmon because of how fast it removes security and puts bodies on board.
I'm curious to know what you're playing.
That's crazy.
Hold on, I didn't read the rest of his comment. It like cut off. It had a weird dot thing that I had to click on. But it looked different than it normally does. There's no way you can clear a board of 4 Digimon, one of which provides decoy for the boss turn 2. Incorrect.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's crazy. That my board's been cleared multiple times.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to know what you're playing. If the people playing Hoodie are playing the loop or the mid-range, because there are very big differences between how those decks operate.
Also, you've only played 3 matches versus Hoodiemon?
Yeah. Lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
These guys get it every week. Usually twice in the same night. But yeah, no, Hoodie's scary.
Yeah. I would rather play against Jessmon. Because I know Jessmon cannot OTK me through 5 security. All they can do is chunk me, and then I can just respond to what they do.
Yep.
Not to mention, like, they just... Like, outing their board is actually possible. Like, with the right deck. Like, if you're playing Ghost, I don't think you're outing their board. Right? I don't know if Dullahan...
You might be able to.
It depends on how much good stuff for you they check out of your security, assuming it's like actually like turn 2 or turn 3.
Yeah.
And how much stuff you have set up. I think it's possible with all your things.
Fair enough. But if you're playing like at least a tier 1 deck, I don't think you're having an issue clearing a Jessmon board.
Yeah, I was playing Galanex OTK versus Chris, and even the games that he won, I would completely clear his board on my turn after he popped off.
Yes.
And then sometimes I just killed him.
Hoodie is obviously clearing that board. That is not an issue.
Yep.
Yeah. DP
100%.
minus
the Evo.
Yeah. The infinite DP minus that it does while it's just comboing is just doesn't matter.
I think the part that makes it ridiculous is the Chitose saying when you suspend. So when you play it out, back out, you can just suspend it on the alliance.
That's the part that's ridiculous. Just that part.
Just that one
Just that
in
part?
particular. Yeah, that's everything else is super fair.
Yeah, you're right. That's the only really good part of the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather play against Jessmon.
Also, they brick more often.
Yeah, true. Because it sounds like you've just been getting high rolled by the Jessmon player. You got, what have you played, like 2 matches versus them? I'm assuming if you only play like 3 versus Hoodie. I mean, if they high roll you, yeah. I mean, but that's not gonna happen every game, and you can respond to their board depending on what you're playing. Desmond Milers 3114. So far during testing with Hoodie Loop, Adventure Trait deck is very annoying to deal with, as the Ikagumon and Gatomon getting hit off security hard stops from checks and source stripping hurts.
I could see that. The problem with Adventure is it's so Tamer reliant.
Who's playing
Slow
Adventure?
is the word that comes to mind.
Who's playing Adventure right now, and who's playing those cards?
I mean, they're good for the meta at the moment. Minusing somebody by security and source stripping them.
Yeah, but you have to play Adventure.
I think if you were playing
Taku-
Adventure, you probably would end up playing those just because like they're security bombs basically.
Yeah, I think Ikaku specifically also stuns, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but like, who's
Yeah, it's
hoping
hard.
that there's the? Who's hoping when you play a game, you're like, man, I hope these are in there. Like, I don't want to rely on
Hey,
that.
Well, you
Anybody
don't.
playing against Hoodie.
Yeah, you don't rely on it, but it's something that you put in your
It's a
deck.
bonus.
Yeah, because it can happen. Because you still get their effects when you go into them.
Yeah.
There's still things you can do.
And then they DNA, and it's like, hey, I'm good now.
Well,
And we're
Okay.
good. Well, the source strip gets rid of their ability to
Yeah,
the Akakumon kind of cucks them from looping you, which is cool when
Yeah.
it happens. But
Yeah.
I think the adventure deck is just too slow, personally.
Yeah. It needs more ways to play its tamers out for free, which is a crazy statement because they already have like 2 with the level 4s you could play, but like everybody needs cutting those level 4s.
The issue with those 4s is you don't want to promote unless you already have tamers in play.
Correct.
So it's like incompatible card design.
Like Adventure was one of those decks where if it lived to see turn 5 or 6, it was probably killing you because of all the resources they had with the and then our Courage United is obviously one of the best delay options printed when it comes to defense.
It's like miraculous.
Yeah. But the problem is getting to that point in the game.
Yeah, I think it's too slow, personally.
But yeah, Kakumon's good.
Yeah.
Source strip coming back. Blue hybrid. Hit Tommy out of security. Strip all your sources.
You're not looping me. Cool, Pyotremon. Swing,
not
swing.
in my house.
Yeah. Sinister James, I didn't buy any Mastermind cards since my last comment, and there was another buyout, so EX6 regular art Mires are now $100 a copy.
Golly.
Yeah, dog. Hey, she's getting
That's
reprint in like
crazy.
6 months or whatever, so, you know.
Yeah, start of the year or some crap like that. Sometime around March.
Yeah, we'll get him in April, maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it does not see hardly any representation, at least from what I've seen. Like, I have not seen it at any of the store regionals we've played at, besides Ben. No locals that we go to. I think I may have seen it once or twice, people talking about, like, playing at other store regionals. But, like, so far the only representation I've really seen is just Ben.
Yeah.
But it is good. I don't think it's being played, though, which is, it's surprising that it's still expensive, but... Justin So 8231. Me too. Prefer all the same cards as one rarity. A different rarity art makes me think it's a different card. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I do it, or prefer that, is one, I don't want my brain to have to use extra neurons to deduce that the 2 cards that look different in my hand are the same card. It adds up over time. It's for locals, it doesn't matter. For a 9-round event, that actually might matter.
Yeah.
And also, I don't want my opponent to know that I have multiple, like, of a card just because they've seen both arts.
Rarities.
Yeah. Or, like, if let's say I have two Revelation of Lights. One of them's truly stamped, one of them's not. And I put one in my security, and somehow my security gets shuffled. If they check the other one out of security, they know that the first one that I put in there is still in there, and there's another one in there. Stuff like that.
It's like whenever you activate a search card and you add a specific rarity to your hand, that needs to be the one you play.
Yes, and having to remember.
I had an alt art hoodie in my hand, but I added a normal hoodie because it was the only card I could add as search. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going for the normal hoodie. I don't want my opponent knowing I have 2.
Yeah, and having to remember stuff like that to play optimally is kind of annoying. So, like, yeah, if I don't have for locals, it doesn't really matter that much. But for like a 9-round event, I would want it all to be the same rarity every single time. He also said, I think if it has the Royal Knight trait in the card, it should be considered a Royal Knight. Like how Gallantmon Crimson Mode doesn't have the Royal Knight trait, so its cost can't be reduced by... God, I think YouTube just changed how comments work. Can't be reduced by King Drazel. I agree, dude. Magnex is a Royal Knight.
He is. Why not?
And he's my favorite Royal Knight.
Bet you won't hard play it with a Royal Knight deck, but you won't.
You are correct, because it would do nothing besides have blocker. And I guess it would unsuspend.
You're done suspended. Yeah, 2 swings. That's so good, right?
That's so good. 12k, 2 swings.
Broken.
That's why it's so good, dude.
Once you pop your Drazel, you Evo on top of your normal Magna.
That'd be funny.
Imagine.
5 memory worth.
No, you play something stupid like Win Raid or something. Let you go into it for 3.
Yeah, just play Awakening.
Or Progenitor.
I don't think...
No, just hard play Magna, and then Digivolve into it.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, Drazel doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
Oh,
we don't have to worry about that.
Play Magna for free, Evo into Magna for 5.
Didn't you know Magna X is actually an ace, and you can do it during your opponent's turn?
Yeah, if he didn't get absorbed, that'd be so sick. He also said, good luck on your invite. Thank you. I desperately needed it, but Ben ended up getting his, so it all worked out.
I needed it. Unfortunately, I did not have it.
Yeah, I was glad that at least one of us got the invite from that store after traveling 4 hours to basically play in the locals. So if it wasn't going to be me, I'm glad it was Ben. He said, so it's a new Digimon, but it gains Rush. I feel like it should be not a new Digimon and gains Rush, or a new Digimon that doesn't gain Rush.
Well, it's because it's not getting Summoning Sickness. So, because we don't have technically Summoning Sickness in our game, it's basically...
They refuse to give us like any type of verbiage for that besides you can't attack the turn you're played.
Yeah, because it wasn't technically played that turn, it can swing.
Yeah, that is the actual reason why it can attack, is because it was not played that turn.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same concept as if you Evo a rookie on top of your Tama and Mimi out the rookie or Louis out the rookie. It wasn't played that turn, so it can attack.
Now, it gets tricky when you have 2 Digimon who DNA that were both hard played that turn. Let's say you Davis and Ken 2 out, and then you turn them into Exabimon Stingmon, you DNA into a Pyldra. That Pyldra can still swing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the Pyldramon was not played that turn.
It wasn't played that turn. Yeah, that's low. It was not hard played, it was Digivolved, which is the big distinction.
Benjamin Wiseman 6567. Based on those Trinity results, fair to say we are officially in the Crimson Blaze meta. It is annoying that there aren't more option cards in other colors that can stop wide boards and play by effects. Hey, fun fact, did you know Revelation of Light is a card?
Yep.
If you're playing a yellow deck and happen to be playing Kari Tamers or have the ability to put them in there, it's actually not that bad. Because if you ever get 2 in there, it's GG's versus the Hoodie Loot player. Or Hoodie, any version of Hoodie, actually.
And if they don't have barrier, sometimes just 1.
Yeah, sometimes just 1, because then all their swings are super small.
Yep. Oh, 6k, 2 checks.
Yeah, but it is really stupid that decks that aren't those decks have to be playing cards like that just so they don't lose to that matchup.
Would it be 6k? It would be 2k Hoodie, Alliance. I think it'd only be 3k.
It'd be 3k without any buffs.
Okay, no, because it'd be 8k, because this is with a Kisuke, otherwise you can't Alliance.
Then it'd be 5k.
Yeah.
5k for 2 checks doesn't sound super safe. Huh?
That is with the extra 1k from Kisuke, so it's actually 1 less, it's only 4k. Because your level 4s would be 1k.
8k plus 1k. You're right. I don't know where I got 5k from.
I think you were giving the...
I was already giving a 1000 DP for some reason. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I thought my math was right. It was. I just started from the wrong number.
Correct.
Yeah. I think it's... The fact that we have to play Crimson Blaze and Revelation of Light and Congo and decks now because of Hoodie being a thing.
One deck.
Yeah, because of one deck. They're randomly good against other decks sometimes, but like we all know what they're in there for. They're in there for one deck. I think it's a representation of how powerful that deck is and how dumb it is to play against.
Like I said, when this format started, the format is going to warp around it, and you're going to start seeing a lot of tech cards that are just there to counter it.
Yeah, I've never disagreed with you. I think it's strange that we haven't seen a huge outcry about that deck like we have in the past for like Magna X, like Magna Vaccine whenever that came out in BT16. Mother Shoto even, I feel like I saw more complaints about than Hoodie.
Yeah,
it's just
that one. That one legitimately pissed off the casuals.
Yeah, how does Hoodie not upset the casuals?
They're probably playing it. They're probably like, this deck's strong. I get to do strong things. I like deck.
I don't know. That is something that still perplexes me.
Mother Shoto, so people would rather play a game where you get to do your unfair stuff than play a game where somebody is preventing you from doing your unfair stuff.
Yeah, but
that's what I was about to say too. Is like the decks that you said people didn't like and complained about were decks that were like, hey, you don't get to play.
Yeah, but
you don't get to do your strategy, so therefore I hate.
If you lose on turn 3, you also don't get to do your strategy, which is why I'm a little confused.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing you'll find in I hear this complaint a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't like floodgates. They don't like it when cards stop them from playing the game, because 9 times out of 10 with that game specifically, the floodgates only happen as soon as your opponent's turn starts. So your opponent got to do all their unfair stuff, and then they lock you out of the game, and it just ends the game. Whereas with our game, you can actually have some back and forth. I've never understood the complaints of like a Mother Shoto deck or a security control. Like, they're annoying to play against, yeah, because like I would play like Garu, for example, a 1-stack deck. You added my 1-stack, yes, I'll die.
Security control is still my favorite deck to play against. I absolutely love playing against security control.
Because it actually forces interaction. It forces you to play differently. It forces you to change your game plan.
Yeah, and they're not going to randomly kill you on turn 3. One of my favorite parts. I knew I was going to get to play the game.
Yep. But they'd rather just be able to do their unfair stuff continuously with no interruption. Like, somebody builds a deck, and its whole purpose is to OTK and kill. They want their deck to OTK and kill. Like, they can't just divert their strategy because a defensive deck is in the format. They'd rather just hate the defensive deck.
Yeah, and we don't have defensive decks in the format. It's, hey,
and this is what we get.
Yeah, can I kill you faster than you can kill me? BT9 all over again.
You reap what you sow.
Yep.
Because ain't no way a deck like Mother Shoto was ever going to win an event because of how their games played out.
Mm-hmm.
It took too long. If you lost game 1, 9 times out of 10, you were probably drawing.
Yeah.
You were drawing or you were losing.
Man, if we had Mother Shoto, dude, Hoodie would just not be a deck. At least not... It wouldn't be as representative because you'd be like, I kind of lose to Mother Shoto.
Yep. Boston Mom still poop all over you. Alright, get rid of your Shotos. Get them out of here.
Yeah, Masamon would be really bad for Mother Shoto specifically.
Take your Shoto, get it out.
Yeah, not only would it trash your security to 3, but it could also interact with your Shotos.
Yeah.
Justin So 8231, you guys seem to be big fans of Power Rangers. I was too, but now both Power Rangers and its Japanese counterpart Super Sentai is ending. Kamen Rider, if it would be adapted in America, would be huge. Even in Japan, Kamen Rider is considered the adult version of Super Sentai.
Yep, I'd love if Kamen Rider got adapted over here. That'd be sick.
I mean, they tried. They tried once and then never again. They even did a crossover episode of the MMPR season 3. But, yeah, because they had the White Ranger by then, so yeah, it had to have been season 2 or 3. I was under the impression that Super Sentai as a brand was coming to an end, but they were still going to continue it just under a different name. Maybe I didn't hear that right, but
yeah, I think it's just the end of that version of it. I think they're just restarting it.
To be fair, looking at some of the newer like seasons, it definitely feels to me like they were just running out of ideas. Like some of the suits and designs and theming, it just seems like they were really scraping a barrel, just right at the bottom. But yeah, no, I mean, Power Rangers, I think they tried to do something new by creating their own series.
Yeah, that sucked.
But unfortunately, it was just really bad.
Yes, those are the cheapest suits I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, they were awful. They had like,
and then they were like, "Oh, the first female Red Ranger, and we're just gonna forget about SPD."
Yeah, and
or even Samurai. Yeah,
for like 2 seconds.
Whatever. I'm like, okay, guys, whatever. We'll forget our history.
I mean, I think that was the first time we had a mainline orange, which I guess was cool, I guess.
Sean, you should, if you get a chance, if you remember, just look up those suits. Some of the worst suits I've ever seen in my entire life. They looked so fake.
They looked like comic.
Like a child made them.
They looked Spirit Halloween style.
Yes. Like they just bought them off the. Yeah, it looked like, bad.
You remember back in MMPR when the Green Ranger, you could visibly tell when he had the American shield, because it was like you could tell it was made of a really soft, pliable material, and it wasn't that hard, like awesome shield from the entire team.
I mean, sometimes just on the budget.
I feel like, yeah, honestly, I feel like because that season wasn't that good, I think they're gonna get cold feet and never do it again. And we're probably, because I think we already know we're getting this, but I think they're just gonna keep doing MMPR recycled over and over and over again. And as somebody who's been not a consistently, but a pretty decently lifelong fan, like, I dropped out after a while, obviously, when you get to that age when you're like, ooh, bad, I don't like this. Or then when you get to an adult, you're like, I treated you unkindly, you were good. But, I obviously, like, we have better seasons than MMPR. But they're just going to keep doing MMPR because that's when it was at its peak, quote unquote. So it's like the most recognizable of all the seasons, so therefore they think it's the only way they're ever going to be able to sell products, so if they keep redoing it.
Yeah, it's been their MO the whole time.
Yep. Definitely don't do what Star Wars did and just make your other half of your product better to sell more stuff. Because, you know, back in our day, everybody hated the prequels. You know what everybody loves now? The prequels. Why? Because the kids who grew up with it have voices on the internet, and we have the Clone Wars. Like, just do that. Just make more products of the older seasons and give them the limelight they deserve. Because, like, I have a coworker who's younger than me, and he loves the Disney era, but obviously he wasn't even born for the MMPR era. So, like, we're just ignoring those fans just because MMPR sells to the 30 and 40-year-olds of the world.
The people with the deepest pockets like MMPR.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem I have.
I have no issues with it.
I mean, MMPR is cool. It's iconic. But it's like one of the worst seasons. Season 1 is the peak. And then after that, Season 2 are just not that good. And even then, Season 1 has some real bad episodes. Because they obviously did not know what the hell they were doing yet.
Nah, dude, it's all good.
The best part of Season 1 is the Green Ranger arc.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 40-episode season.
Yeah, it's like 3 episodes.
Yeah. See, that's how Sean is. Sean watches Dragon Ball, but only watches the fights where Vegeta wins. He just ignores the rest of the franchise.
There are not a lot of those.
Exactly. This is why you hate Goku. You've never seen one of his
Goku's
fights
never,
start to finish.
Goku's never beaten Vegeta in a fight. That's not why I hate Goku. Hate Goku because he's a moron.
Only in Super. He's a competent character in Z.
He was a moron in Dragon Ball. He was a moron in Super.
But he's a child born in the mountain.
Apparently, in the original Japanese version, he is not that serious in Z. That's just something that came over.
He's not that serious, but he's also not a dunce. Like, he'll say some stuff where you're like, it's because you were born in the mountains. You don't know any better. But he's not, like, actively, like, oh, you don't know what a kiss is? That's Super. Super destroyed all the work they did in Z for Goku.
They went back to their roots, dude. They made him as stupid as he was in Dragon Ball.
They literally said, alright, Dragon Ball GT turned him into a child. Alright, Dragon Ball Super is going to mentally turn him into a child.
Yeah, Goku sucks as a character.
I humbly disagree. Listen, he's not even my favorite character. Vegeta is my favorite character.
What's the next comment question? How did we get here? What happened here?
It's Brandon's fault.
we let Brandon talk about Power Rangers for like 15 minutes.
He also said there was a scene in Digimon Data Squad where Shine Greymon was attacking Craniumon, then Gallantmon came and knocked down Shine Greymon. Gallantmon then said to Craniumon, "What was that? How could you be losing to him? You're a disgrace to the Royal Knights."
That's funny.
No, Craniumon gets so much disrespect. Oh my god. Poor guy. It's because he didn't have his horse.
They didn't have his horsey.
He also said, when are they going to release Level 7 Ulforce Vegemon Future Mode?
Never, because of legalese.
Yeah, they don't have the rights to it, so unless that changes, they won't give it to us, but it would be cool. He also said, missed you guys, welcome back. Thank you.
Yeah, we had to take a week off because of Sean, and then he forgets to upload the episode for like an extra 3 days.
I didn't forget.
Told you, Brandon, you're sad and depressed.
You think I'm just spacing out? Just like, I feel like I had something to do.
Okay, all I'm saying is I sent a message in our group chat. I was like, dang, he still hasn't even uploaded the podcast. And then it went live the next day?
You really think think I forgot and you reminded me to do it?
I mean,
if you want to believe that, that's fine. I don't care.
I'm not.
You're right, Brandon. I just forgot, dude. We recorded the pod, and then I went to a store championship regional thing that was a 10-person local, and then I just completely forgot, dude. Drove
for a total of what, 8 hours?
Yeah. Technically, I didn't drive. I rode. I was a passenger princess. Ben drove.
Yeah.
And then I just forgot, dude. Came back into town, went to sleep, and the next couple of days, I was just like, man, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I just don't know what it was.
I'm not saying you forgot anything.
You literally did. You literally did.
Be out there. Let the information be out there, and let people make their own decision.
I mean, you literally did say I forgot, so I'm not sure why you're saying that's not what you said now.
There's no evidence and no way to double check if I ever actually said those words.
You're correct.
Shut up, Brandon. What's the next question? You fucking Brandon.
MathBell5236. Hoodie has ways to be countered. I think Crimson is the best option because they can't play anything even if you gave them 6 memory. It's a really awkward turn. At best is 3 checks. That's really cool. So if you're at 2 or fewer, you just lose anyway. That's nice.
Kongu's the best counter to it.
Also, Kongu, it's a good way to counter Hoodie. Nothing 7 or less can attack, so it's sort of fun because they can still play things, but what would they? Also, in the DNA mechanic, it works the same as memory options. It was created in a time where the game was extremely slow, but now having 2 bodies isn't hard at all. And now we have sort of an overblown mechanic that fills that do too much, but you can't change it because you would literally kill a bunch of decks, and some aren't even close to being in tier 3. I think to hit Hoodie first, they limited her, the deck dies, but I doubt it. But they could do a Sakuya on her, ban pair Hoodie and the CS rookies and limit their level 4s that let her draw and the yellow tamer, so now you need more setup to do their things. Yeah, I think Congo probably feels the best because you don't have to give them 6 memory to do it. The issue is they can just still poop out a bunch of dudes, and if they manage to somehow have enough level 5s in their hand, they can actually kill you through a Congo. But yeah, dude, just because Hoodie has things you can play to counter it doesn't mean it's not broken and needs to be hit. Although I don't know if that was your point, so. What the hell is that noise?
That's Caden.
A dog.
I'm surprised it's being picked up by your mic.
I'm messing with him.
Who is growling?
I'm harassing him right now.
Oreo X1000 responded. I guess that is an actual ellipses and it's not his comment getting cut off. Dude, what the hell is up with YouTube comments? Dude,
the new update they pushed out on it, I hated it. Especially on my TV.
I literally can't see. If I click reply, will it show me his entire comment? Nope. Yeah, it cuts it off if it's in the replies. Oreox1000 said, think the pair of rookies should get the job done. You can theoretically loop, but you become dependent on having your Shakomon get deleted. And then he goes on to say other stuff, but I can't see it because YouTube sucks. I disagree. I honestly think the best version of the deck is a mid-range variant. And
With the Wormon.
yeah, with Wormon, unfortunately. And that doesn't play any of the CS rookies. And that version is way scarier because they don't need to set up for like a couple of turns or just have a bunch of level 5s in their hand to combo you. They're just like, hey, 3 damage. Okay, pick all my stuff up, set up and raising. I'm going to kill you next turn. And it's like turn 2 or turn 3. And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
And they go from needing this much memory to this much memory.
Yes.
Just to do all that.
Yes. That version is...
lets you do it for 2.
That is the scariest version of Hoodie I've played against, and I've played against all of them at this point, and that one's way worse. I'm glad that people aren't playing that version. I think the loop version, honestly, feels like the worst version because it's the slowest one.
Yeah. Like, you can high roll somebody and just kill them, like, turn 2, turn 3, but I think the dedicated Hoodie version with the Erica and the Wormon, the mid-range, I think you're going to have a more consistent game plan.
Yeah. You don't need to accrue pieces for multiple turns to assemble an OTK. You're just like, chunk, okay, next turn you're dead.
Yep. And like, if you see a bunch of your level 4s, you're just recycling them, so you're never losing them.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem with Hoodie Loop, is like sometimes I will promote a stack early to get like an extra draw or 2 in, get a chip check in. I just lose that level 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never seeing it again.
Yeah. Mathbell responded to him, I think so too, but also if you go and check the ones at top, they aren't going as hard on the loop side of things, but it will depend on how this meta evolves if by, and then it cuts off because YouTube sucks. I'm sure you guys both made great points. Wish I could read your comments. Kane Cross, glad to see you guys back. Ben's Master Deck profile win. I'd love to know his ratios.
He said no.
Yeah, unfortunately for you guys, Ben would like to keep it on the DL because it's very likely we're going to be in the same format for Nationals, and he is potentially playing it at Nats. Cactus_DX, Silphy list soon. Yes, I will be posting that list in the not too distant future. I'm waiting on my other stamped revelations to come in. That's actually the reason why I haven't recorded it yet. Once those come in, I'll post it. They'll be in like the next couple of days. Warrior NK, glad to see another join the Silphy Club. Yeah, I like all of the BT16 DNA decks. I think they all look really cool. I like the card designs and the alt arts and stuff.
They all have the dual tamers that you will love.
Yes. The issue is Silphy did not have a dual memory boost to give it the consistency that I would like. So I just wasn't able to play it.
I mean, also on top of that, like, the level 3 options at the time were really limiting.
They're still not the best.
They're still not great. Yeah,
that is
with Pyldra,
still the weakest part of the deck.
Yeah, with Pyldra, like, you have the best level 3 lineup you could ever ask for.
Yeah, your level 3s and your level 4s are all really good. Yeah.
He's very clearly the love child.
Yeah, he's had multiple more waves of support than the other two. Eventually, I think Hoodie and Shaq can be good standalone decks. I just need support like Imperial has gotten over the past several years. Random Mexican 123. Yeah, Hoodie is the best deck. Unfortunately, even Digi Emperor doesn't quite stop it either. I think the card that would be limited is Angemon, since its boost is consistency a lot and it gives it barrier. This may be the first secret to limited, unless I'm missing something. It's not. Also, I'm quite disappointed in the advanced deck.
Yeah, somebody replied and reminded him of APOC.
Yeah, Oreox1000 said if it were, it would be the second, as BT15 APOC was the first. And Random Mexican said, oh right, I forgot. Understandable though, that got hit basically before we ever got that set.
It's so quick.
So understandable that you would forget, because we didn't have to experience that format for longer than I believe a week. Honestly, after playing against every, or basically any version you could put together of Hoodie, I think the issue is going to have to be Hoodie. I don't think you can hit any one card and stop it from still being insanely powerful and fast and just have a toolbox of outs to people's board while you're killing them and stuff. I'd like to be wrong. It'd be cool if it wasn't dead, but it just still wasn't like turbo broken, but I don't know if there's a way to do that. Because, like I said, I think the loop version is honestly the worst version. Which is crazy to say, but I don't think limiting Angemon matters that much. I think losing the barrier would hurt the worst. I don't even think losing the draw would be that big of a deal because they draw cards off of basically everything else. But I don't. The Seedramon, the Tuck off the CS rookies if they're playing that. I don't think that would be enough though, because they're like, oh, I don't have barrier, you're still probably dead because I have to check something pretty big in order to not just survive.
Yeah.
Kaonu 9278. Number 1, Time Force. Number 2, Dino Thunder. Number 3, Ninja Storm. Number 4, Mega Force. Got me back into Power Rangers after like 7 years. And number 5, RPM.
I love that you threw Ninja Storm in there. I think that's one of the most underrated seasons. So I wrote down top 5.
I'm just glad you put Mega Force. Some of the coolest suit designs.
No, that's Super Mega Force. Mega Force is the one before that.
No, I like both suit designs.
The angel theme that they did nothing with, and they just turned it into an animal theme.
Yes.
So my quick top 5, so we don't have to sit here. No particular order. I can't order these. Ninja Storm, Time Force, Jungle Fury, RPM, and In Space. Those would be my top 5.
That one Larry dude. And now that everything released for Sakuya, the angle seems to be made mode for cheap while checking 1 pass with reboot blocker 17k DP and protection for leaving the field. You pray she survive and kill next turn with the ace, but the hands this deck produces seems to be unplayable sometimes. Like there is no purpose to hard play new Rika 90% of the time, and the options do absolutely nothing in your hand besides feeding that Rika once per turn for memory and 1 draw. If you don't have her, well, eat dicks, I guess. Also, the ratios of 3s to 4s to 5s to 6s are worse now than before, since you need to fit all that junk. It's so often I'm thinking shifting trainings for 4 DGO and cutting into new Rika for 4 Search Rika. It's that dire. Oreo X1000, that bad? That said, is DGO just superior Ukomon at this point?
I mean, that seems to be the problem. I don't think they're going to print a new plug-in trait version of Green plugin. I don't think it's happening.
Probably not.
That's what they would need. They would need a new plugin that lets them Evo for cheap, and I don't think they're getting it.
I think they realized that was an issue, is the fact that they could use the trainings and the Digivolution plugin to just turbo into their stack. Yeah, scrambles. That's what I meant to say. I think I said plugins.
You did. Well, you said plugin and trainings.
Yeah.
Trainings, technically, yeah, but...
Yeah, not trainings. I meant Digivolution plugin S and scrambles. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're getting that. And they're forcing the archetype to go back to its roots, where you have to play all these bricks that don't do anything unless you're already playing the game.
Yep.
And we know what that means for deck's consistency.
Bad.
Yeah, RIP Sakuya players, because that's what your support's going to look like for the next year or so until they realize that it's bad and stop doing it, if they even.
And either that or they'll print something that's so disgusting that ends up getting hit again.
That's also possible, however...
Less possible now.
Yeah, it's...
Because they've already done it.
I think it's way less possible now because they've realized their mistake and what they gave you the ability to do. And I think the only way to make the deck good again would be for them to make that mistake a second time. And it doesn't look like they're probably going to do that. Sorry, Sakuya players. You had a good run, dude. That was a few months.
You did your best.
Yeah, you did your best. Green Hill Mario. I found 2 Massey promos when they were like 10 a copy. Sold them for 20 and still felt like I lost. LMAO.
Damn.
I pulled one out of my 1 box of that set, and then I bought the other 3 off Robbie. I want to say for like 15 or 20 bucks total. This was like the week after the set came out. Like they were like less than $10, and he always gives me good deals. But
I miss Robbie.
I do too. Yeah, I've had my playset of Massey promos since the set came out because I was like, I like Mastamon. I want to pick these up while they're cheap. I didn't anticipate them being $50 a pop at any point, but Grunt General 808. You guys should try Black Magna X, which is promo security +1 Sonoriza, Male Dramon and other armors, Cyberdramon X for the inheritable to trash an option card, most likely devices when attacking. To trash top of their security, to swing 2 checks on suspend, swing the final 2 checks, and Omni X for game, all while immune and messing with their Digimon with the device options.
That sounds interesting.
That does sound interesting. I'm just gonna screenshot that real quick.
Start workshopping it. Yeah, I actually think that'd be pretty fun.
I might mess around with that.
You know how Sean is. He says another list I play Magna X in. That's mine now.
Hey, if I can't OTK you, it's the only option left for defense. Solomon Branch 9053. Just curious what your biggest misplays are. I had a pretty bad one at a recent regional, and I need to feel better about myself. LOL.
We don't have all day to go over all of mine, so.
Oh, we can talk about one. There was the one time with the what was it? You had like activated Zoom.
Oh, where you forgot to activate your analog use?
He did that more than
That's
once.
definitely mine.
He did that more than
That's
once.
definitely mine. Yeah. Well, I'm specifically the one against you. That was the worst one.
I think I can kill you. How?
How? Yeah.
With Rusty?
Oh yeah. That's not what you said. You said, "How would you like me to clear your board?"
Yeah. How you want me to clear your board? Because I forgot you activated Zubagon.
What the
I had
worst
like a
thing
19k Black War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like misplays happen. But the worst is when you say something with such confidence and it bites you in the butt.
What's funny is if I didn't let him redeclare his attack, because he declared his attack into my 19k Black War and he just would have died. He just would have promoted, evoed into a Mega, and then swung into me and died and probably had to hard pass.
Yep.
But because I let him redeclare the attack into something else, he still cleared a little bit of stuff. But it would have been so funny if he was just like, suicide, die, okay, your turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he declared his attack, and I was like, how big is he? And he was like, 16. I was like, I'm 19. And he was like, oh.
Oh.
Attack this guy.
Oh. Yeah, no, mine is definitely the analogs. When you have 4 analogs on the board and you just don't activate any of them, because why not?
Hey, we take those, dude. Nothing. Can you guys think of something for me? I mean, I know I have them. I'm just like, I can't think of like.
It's every time you show up to a regional, somehow, some way, you misplay and it costs you the whole event.
I guess need to calm down.
The most recent one was in the store regional that me and Ben went to this past Sunday. Round 1, Ben convinced me to put a 1 of Valk in my Silphy deck, and I had it in there.
So it's all Ben's fault, really.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that's the only reason it was in there. I had been considering it, and like he made a case for it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it can come up. But I ended up having it in there, and game 1 versus the Bills player took a very long time, and I eventually got to a point. I'd never felt like I was going to lose the game, but it just took a while to like grind through his stuff, because it's a really plus matchup. For one, not only do you have Magna X, but it's blocker, I mean, not blocker, but armor purge and partition underneath it. Like, their removal is all deletion based. Like, you should win that matchup as long as you don't break.
You're gonna have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Game 1, I put myself in a position where I have basically guaranteed lethal if I take any course of action besides the one I did take. I had 7 memory, I believe. And the last thing on his field, he had a rookie and a level 5 that can float into a Beals on deletion. And I'd already minus that guy a little bit of DP. and I was like, he had 1 security, and I had like 4 other guys on the field, and I was like, I don't want him to ace me. I did not see Bill's ace hit his trash at this point. I thought I'd looked in there and it wasn't in there. I was wrong. And I'm like, I think I have game no matter what. Evo into Valk for 3 memory to clear the rookie and the 5. The 5 floats into Beal's ace. I was like, damn, didn't know that was in there. Oops. He top decks 2 memory gain options, mills them, de-evos my Valk, and with the overflow gains exactly enough memory to go to 1, and then it doesn't really matter. He attempts to pop my mag next, and I was like, okay, cool. I had 0 security, so I was like, I just lose. Cool. That was like a giga punt that I went from for sure winning the game no matter what to taking the only course of action that lost me the game. That happens. So that's the biggest one that has happened most recently. I think my issue is I just put it in the deck and I was like, I want to use it. This is an opportunity to use it. I was like, this is safe, right? Nope. I forgot that the Beals can top deck memory gain stuff. Because I was like, even if he dies, I don't lose from Ace Overflow. Wrong. I think I was at 8 memory.
Wrong.
I was at 8 memory. That's what it was. Because I Evo for 3, go to 5, and then 4 from Overflow, and then 2 from the options. Yeah, I was at 8 memory.
Sag.
Yeah. Random Mexican 123, another banger podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oreo X1000. Hoodie is just fun. Can play either variant, but enjoying the list Huang posted some time ago. Ryuji is fantastic. Man is a trap card. Define fun. Is this comment not pinned? That's weird. My timestamp comment wasn't pinned for some reason.
Well, it's pinned on mine.
Dude, what the hell is up with YouTube now? I do not like what they've done to the comment section. RDD48, they're alive. Saludos. Yes, we are.
Again, nobody's saying it, but Sean totally forgot.
Apparently, I forgot to post the pod after we recorded it. It just slipped my mind, dude. You ever just forget?
See, now I have the audio I need to say that you forgot.
Yeah, you do, dude. Good luck editing it in a way that makes it seem like you were correct.
Well, I mean, that's what I had to do for the Vegeta video I sent you. I had to screen record it. Because nobody had a GIF of it. That's why it has audio and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the first half a second and closed it.
Because you just knew.
Mm-hmm. I could tell. I could tell what it was from.
Yeah. I need to find the audio of Vegeta talking schmack to 18. Calls him like an overgrown washing machine. I just need to play that every time Chris dares to bring Machine Dramon back.
And he's like, I'm not calling you that because you're an android. I'm calling you that because you're a woman. I love a bridge. It's so funny.
Oh, it's so good. Alright, let's get Chris out of here and look at him.
I need to rewatch a bridge. I haven't seen it in a few years.
We watched it not too long ago, probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, we watched it on our lunch break. It was great. Are you okay in there? Yeah, fantastic. Just surrounded by gumdrops and ice cream. Really? Can I come in too? Surrounded by idiots. Thought you were surrounded by gumdrops and ice cream.
No. Take his coat. Take his coat, sir.
British man is responsible for the annihilation of most of our race.
Don't take his coat.
Don't take his coat. Stumble and everything. Keep it in.
Great job, dude.
All right. Sounds good. All right.
Later.
See you boys later.